So fuck it. I stayed up till 6 and I went to work at 9, and then I didn't take a nap. And then we're gonna be up till easily, 4 in the morning. It's gonna
It
be
sounds
super
like
fun.
you've got your shit together. I think we're good.
Yeah, what
Listen.
the fuck, dude? You could just not have done those things.
Yeah.
Or I could have played more Elden Ring. I could have.
No,
fit it
you
in.
should not have done that thing.
You could have fit
I
in more
only
Elden
have
Ring,
30
yeah.
hours in it. All right, it came out. Was it Thursday?
32 hours ago.
Must binge until I'm sick of games.
East Exchange. Where
You're
is
gonna
this?
hate the game by the time you get through.
I'm gonna hate myself.
I said that statement under the assumption you already did.
Dude,
Let's not get into it. All right.
No, it's okay. I don't. Hey, listen. I 100% support you. I think that you should do what makes you happy.
Why would you support this? This is
Because-
very destructive behavior.
Because last night I was up until 4 a.m. something playing Warhammer 3.
Oh,
the
Misery
fuck?
Loves Company. Got it.
So yeah, I'm all about it. Let's suffer together.
I
Alright,
was up
fine,
till,
fuck you guys, whatever.
I was up till like 4 playing D&D and then talking to people in chat after.
It's your freaking wish, dude. I can't.
We all suffer together.
You were up
Game
past
party
me.
on.
I think I was the first one out of chat, other than Kelsto.
Party
What?
on, Wayne.
Wait, what's your
yeah,
problem?
guys.
What's your problem, Kate? You want to go to bed at a normal time? You don't want any of this sleep deprivation.
That's just not gamer talk.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you're not a real
wait, I thought you
gamer.
were a college
Do you
student.
even have a gamer chair?
I think we're gonna have to I think we're
No.
That's not very poggers of you.
So Kate, we were gonna wait to have this conversation with you, but unfortunately, I think now's the perfect time.
Circumstances
Uh-oh.
have.
Everybody bail. I don't know what he's gonna say.
We're gonna have to let you go
I mean,
until you get poggers.
I guess that means
It's fine. It's fine.
No gamer chair, no poggers. Like I can't.
guys, I'm
Excuse
sorry.
me, I
By
am very
Bradley's,
poggers.
Hey,
by
I'll
Bradley's
let you.
definition, I'm not a gamer at all.
Now, Kate, I just want you to know that originally we were actually going to, that website Cameo where you can get a famous person to like record something.
No.
Yes.
Nick, are you
Sorry,
using
this whole
like the
thing sounds
royal
bad.
we?
Sounds made
Basically,
up.
basically, there's a we were originally going to give you a cameo, but we couldn't get the person we wanted, so that's why I have to deliver it to you.
Yeah, we were
Original,
gonna get Gilbert Gottfried.
yeah. Originally, we were. It was between Gilbert Gottfried and Morgan Freeman.
You think I care and respect Gilbert Gottfried?
Morgan
Yes.
Freeman
How
was going to
dare
be
you?
like the good
That man is a legend.
letdown.
He's clinically insane, but he's also a bit of a legend.
And this is why I have
Oh, yeah.
editing software.
I saw that stream go live.
We can't allow the live
Just, like,
internet to know
stealthily-
she doesn't
Are we
respect
live?
Gilbert
Yeah,
Gottfried.
I've just been waiting for you to shut that
Are we
hell
live?
up.
Okay, I'm gonna get you banned from Twitch. Are you ready for this?
I could probably do that.
When
on my
Proximo
own.
dies, I'm gonna make a Gilbert Gottfried character, and it's all your fault now.
So,
You're gonna have to listen to Scott do a shitty Gilbert Gottfried impression. It's all your fault.
No, I'm making a character named Gilbert Gottfried. I'm playing Gilbert Gottfried in D&D.
All right, hey Bradley, I'd like
What
to change my
class is a
mind. I did
Gilbert
not
Gottfried?
follow.
Bard.
I did not leave the
Obviously.
tunnels. I killed Proximo.
Nick's like, oh wait, he's gonna make a Gilbert Gottfried. I better kill Proximo.
so there's the extended
Okay, guys,
intro.
his voice is gonna give out in like 3 sessions.
This
Oh
needs to
my
happen.
God.
There's our extended intro. So it's another Saturday
All
night.
right,
Welcome to
let's
the GrimDarks.
Hey, how dare you?
So
I'll have you know I'm not a whale's dick.
who wants to remember what happened last time?
A motherfucker's gonna die. That's what happened.
I don't know if I want to remember what happened last time.
I have trouble remembering anything past the last 40 hours.
I've already
This is
forgotten.
This is what
D&D, not
happened.
Elden Ring.
We entered.
Fuck.
We entered a large underground chamber in the sewers. There was a large sensor bar that I really don't remember what was going on. But there was this healer dude who is not actually a healer. He's a fucking piece of shit, lying son of a bitch who's gonna get his fucking throat slit.
Look, doctor can mean lots of things.
And yeah, we had to restrain Little Mouse. I mean the sensor bar, and then killed some zombies. And now Fang and Elle are hunting this motherfucker down.
That's kind of close. He didn't lie to you. I mean, he's a doctor. He knows anatomy and things very well.
Oh, good. Well, then that means that he should be able to sew his throat shut after I finish slitting it.
You come in. He was in his concubine. We're having alone time, and you interrupted that. Then you immediately attacked the man in his own domain.
If you live in the sewers, you deserve to be openly attacked. I'm just
Yeah.
Maybe it's just kind
Come
of
on,
more
there's
of a
scheme.
layer
I want you
than
to
a home.
fight me on that.
Fang ran in immediately. Was
I would
ducking and
never do
weaving
that.
pretty damn good till got overwhelmed, went down.
Till I wasn't.
Till you were cool, till you weren't. Proximo come in at the right time to save the day. Scott was late. Joined up.
Yay.
Pulls.
Only a few minutes though.
Yeah, pulled you in. Y'all started whittling the dude back. Ori was clutch with a levitate spell. What's up, Gate? And pretty much just removed Little Mouse from the fight. She did get a couple good blows in on Fang, though, before he went down. As you were closing in on him, he decided to GTFO when Fang and Elle took off after him. Lost track after you hit Scurvy Town and lost the blood drops. And everybody else was trying to figure out how to deal with Little Mouse. So, what are y'all doing with her?
I liked the part that you skipped where Kursk walked straight into the range and something that was chained down.
Yeah. Sorry. There was the part where there's a chained creature that couldn't reach you that Kursk decided, I'm going to get where he can reach me. And then to try to get eaten by a turd-eating monster.
Well, he is a turd.
And he was eating
You're
Kursk,
correct.
so
Rude. But
assume what you would like. Yes, and then almost died, failed a death save, and Ori and Fang barely managed to pull him out. Yeah, that was a big moment. So, how are y'all handling the Little Mouse situation at the moment while the other two are chasing?
Ori, can you heal me, please?
Oh, that's a good question.
Oh, and I think that was
Can
a
I
big
do that?
revelation too last game, is that Brandon realized he can cast any spell at any time.
I'm slowly checking off my spell slots. La, la, la.
And I'm also I was
But
wondering
it
because you
doesn't
said
use
something
spell
about
slots.
spell slots, and I'm like, maybe you're just using
Yeah.
that to measure something. I don't know.
Yeah.
There has been I'm retconning one thing though, because we keep forgetting every damn session, and because it's a lot to keep up with for the way the mechanics works. Fang is no longer schizophrenic because we don't do it anyway. But he does.
Damn.
After all the things that's happened in his adventuring life, he has developed a phobia for rats now. So that's very
That's
fitting.
fair.
I think this is unjust.
I'm thinking back over the whole campaign. I'm like, probably.
I want to
think
be
Fang should
famous.
just be
Hang on.
dead.
Let me click this link.
Did you click it? Are you famous?
Yeah, I'm about to click and get famous. Oh, crap.
I'm
I'm
super
sorry.
on the
That was
news
the wrong
tomorrow.
button. I
Local
clicked
man
ban.
loses
I'm
all
sorry.
his savings.
I'm
Accidentally
super
clicked the ban
famous. It
button.
says right here 50 hot young singles in your area.
Click ban on YouTube.
It's clickbait.
Okay. So how are you all approaching the Little Mouse thing? Or Leora just asked for healing.
Yep.
By this point, I'm going to say y'all have got probably like 5 minutes before your spell wears off.
So she's still just kind of floating up there.
And we're going to pick
trashing.
up where they just took off. You've been spending about, the next 3-4 minutes trying to figure out what are we doing with her, people asking for healing, stuff like that.
So Ori's going to look back over her shoulder toward the funky green brazier. Like, sure. Can you come over to me though?
No.
All right, let's start this off right. Arcana roll.
What level?
2 ones.
I'll split the middle. I'm going for a level 2.
Well, there's a max heal.
Hey, that's probably better than a random level 3. So,
you know what? I would say that's a max and double it.
Ooh, you're getting,
man, this warp stone. Now you kind of understand from some of your past. One of the people you went away from were using this stuff. This is feels kind of cool.
Certainly going better than that one canon instance that we no longer talk about and sometimes no longer talk because of. So 2d6 plus my, I think it's 3. Yeah.
Hey, what's
so,
up, Jeff? Yeah, warpstone's bad, but
16.
in my setting, as long as you're within 30 foot of warpstone, you get advantage on your Arcana checks to cast and channel the warp. And you can grind it up into powder and snort it for all kinds of special things.
Leora, she reaches out, and even before she manages to get in contact with you, her hands start to glow like a sickly green that turns to like an intense bright white, and like just like tapping you. There's just this intense, like it actually knocks you back a good 6 inches, but just courses directly through and like hits all your bruises and slashes. You gain 38 back.
Ooh.
Yeah, and you see like immediately all the cuts, the bruising just fades, the cuts seal up. Yeah, so I guess you're full. No, wait, you get 38. So you're at 41, you're almost full.
Like explodes off the top of her health bar. Can I tell if... Are we dealing with Little Mouse, or is this just like sheer necromancy? Like that's a dead body just being animated.
It's a couple dead bodies, if I remember correctly.
No, there's more than that going on here. Give me an Arcana and a History check.
Cool. That. And... Oh, shoot. I should have... Oh, whatever.
How's your Arcana check at advantage?
Because within 30 feet of a warp
This is
stone.
for knowledge, not casting spell.
Oh, okay. Well, I dropped a 10, so it would have been a 16.
Well, we don't know either one. Those are still both good numbers. You're sitting there and studying her for a few minutes and looking, this has to be necromancy, and there's pieces of it that are, but there's also something else, and you're thinking she's a construct. It's dead flesh, but it's not just necromancy fueling this. She's not like a zombie. She's more than that. So mechanically, she's a flesh golem in D&D terms.
So more importantly,
Frankenstein's
is there
monster.
anything of Little Mouse actually left?
The flesh. Yeah, you don't know if there's a soul or not. Not sure how that all works. If there is a soul, if that's already gone, but for the most part, this is an automaton.
Hey, I think it's a pet that needs to be put down.
See, that's
I'm
the
glad
tricky part.
thing's not here right now.
How do we kill it?
What if you restrained it?
Shh, you're not here.
Okay.
Do you think do you really think Fang wants the reanimated corpse of his childhood friend walking around?
Well, it tried to kill. It almost killed him. So, no. She kind of like dodges a couple weird kicks from the floating body. It's really hard though. It's probably what we got. 4 minutes left.
Are Karsker approximately either of y'all wanting healing after you see what he's done for Leora?
Kurskul asked for some.
Yes, let's bunch up as close together so when I finally get double ones, it goes.
And I'm going over here.
Or he's gonna motion Kursk over, like pointing over towards the stone on the plinth. Last one went so well. I'm gonna go the same. Just trying for a level 2 because it feels warm and fuzzy. Almost a 20.
Almost another
Damn.
20.
Damn. All right. Well, it's not going to be nearly as impressive, but
How much? 25?
well, it's not maxed, so I'm just going to roll. Not much at all. Woo!
Might need a couple more of those.
You got 6.
Of course, while you're doing all this, y'all going to be discussing and planning how you're going to deal with this current situation, if at all.
Is there, I mean, I don't know. This is a big place, and he's had like piles of bodies in locations. Is there like a cage or restraints?
Well, there's
Anywhere?
there were chains holding down the filth eaters. You've got grating across like the little bridge areas and along some of the edges on that curve of the north side. There's like grates. There's not specifically anything like, hey, here's a roll of rope or a roll of chain.
No, like gibbets or any kind of. She'd probably punch her way out of those. There we go. I'll just cast invisibility on her, and then we could just forget she was even there.
If we can't see her, she doesn't exist.
I'm open to ideas as she just kind of stares at the floating animated thing.
Well, we could try and restrain her while we figure out how to kill her.
Undo the stitches.
That might work.
Not frozen. She's just floating.
You just hear L from like the distance. Burn her!
Okay, well they're doing that. You've lost the trail. You don't know which direction or where he's going.
Oh, I know where this motherfucker's shop is.
You know where his shop is. You know it's after hours. You know he threatened Jenna and her family. And you also know
I'm thinking
that his lair and at least something he thinks highly of with Little Mouse. I mean, she did, from what you've seen, she looked great as in a physical specimen of like that could kick something's ass. And there's a thought in your head, what if he circles back around and either ambushes you and Fang while y'all are, lower in numbers? What if he goes back to everybody else with them being injured, along with What if they lose control of that levitate and Little Mouse is now in play? And there's lots of options and possibilities here.
Okay, L will consider those possibilities. So I'm gonna look at Fang and I'm gonna say, I know where this motherfucker's shop is. Do we want to go kick down the door?
You also know it's 10 p.m. at night. You're in Scurvy Town, and it's going to take y'all just hauling ass, disregarding stealth or caution, at least 30 minutes to get to his shop from where you're at. That's just running down streets, cutting through alleys, not trying to be cautious or anything like that.
I don't remember. Did I ever find where Ginny's house was? I don't think so, right?
You know where she worked, and you went and
after
got the
hours,
doctor,
though.
and you told him where she worked. So you didn't even accompany him to the pawn shop.
Is the guy who owns the pawn shop, is his house attached to that shop?
No idea. That's nothing that ever came up. You know,
Okay.
a lot of businesses, the owners do either have, like Leora's mom, that they do have their home is attached either upstairs on the backside, but not everybody. Your richer people live in a separate area than where they work.
Okay, so I'll put that as a possibility too. We can, if he says he's going to go after, if he's going to go after Jenny and her mom, we could go to the pawn shop and we could see if the owner lives there and find out where she is, and we could try to head him off there. Yeah. I mean, I am very, very angry, but I think as we keep searching and as I have more time to kind of process and think, I'm starting to calm down a little bit, and I recognize that as angry as I am right now, I Fang, and I'm a close second, I will say, but I think Fang has a little bit more beef with this guy than I do right now.
What's Fang
Maybe.
doing?
L defers. I defer to you, Fang.
Why do we have to defer to me?
I mean, you could just defer back to me if you want. I'm happy to make.
No.
I'm happy to make a
do whatever you
decision
want.
for the
No.
two of us.
Because you're kind of at the crux of
Yeah.
so much of this story arc,
He's your
man.
dead zombified friend.
Listen, Fang, I have
Don't let us make you
Fang,
take
I have the
responsibility for it.
I have the utmost faith in our friends that if all else fails, Leora has a gun, and Kursk can take
Kursk
a real
exists.
beating. Proximo has yet to die, despite talking about it constantly.
I know. I
Since
didn't
I've
know
met
it was
him.
gonna be like this.
Well, you know, when you
And-
ran out, he was very close to. He was pretty beat the hell up. Kursk
Ori
was
is
barely
but
alive.
It's Proximo. It's barely alive for Proximo is like fucking mint condition.
Thanks.
That's when he's at his most powerful.
Was this levitate? Was this one of the 20s that I didn't have to concentrate on, or am I
Correct.
currently
You didn't
using
have to concentrate on it, but you can.
Holy
you
Lord,
can
I've got a
mentally
great
like.
idea.
If
And
you need to move
Ori
it up or down, you
is-
can like control that aspect.
And Ori is really good at some other things. Fang,
Making
you
sandwiches.
and me, there's this one thing that we're good at. Me is talking.
Playing
Really good at that.
It's music.
Me is talking, yes.
You are. I hate that I'm saying this, believe me, I hate to say this and I don't want to admit this, but you are one of our... Oh, God, I can't believe I'm saying this. Oh, get it together, Al. Get it together, Al. Okay. You are leadership material. So give us some direction.
Fang will sheath his sword and turn back to Al. If there's anything I've learned, is that we're going to either do this together or not at all.
My only request is that when we get him, I get to help make him die as slowly and painfully as possible.
Go nuts.
All right.
I guess
Eliora.
we'll run back down to the...
Yeah. We'll
So-
return to the dungeon.
How fast can you fire that gun?
Pretty fast.
You mind if
What?
I touch it?
Oh, how forward of you? Sure.
I need you to bring it over here, though, because of certain reasons.
Are you done healing them?
I dashed back down there in like 10 in like 5 seconds. Hastened, dashed.
All right, so here's my idea. I kind of want to cast magic weapon on your gun because maybe that's why it didn't work before, and then you could fire it a whole bunch.
I like it. I'm into this.
I'm
Let's do it.
gonna say that they come back as soon as as you walk in, you see Ori reach out with a glowing hand and touch Leora, and she just kind of is knocked back like 6 inches. That's what you walk into, so you don't know what's going on. I know. Is Nick and Fang there?
Magic weapon is level 2.
Ori.
Oh shit, they're back.
I'm making another coffee, but yes, I'm here.
What about second coffee?
Oh yeah, I'm not going to bed tonight.
Oh yeah, hang on, I meant to do this for anybody watching. Shout out to my badass Saturday night crew and how awesome they are. Because see if I can get y'all can see this. I don't know if it's showing up good. Hang on, I got to turn off.
It was a little
Kind
bit
of.
for a second.
Well, it's hang on. It's because of the you turn the background.
It's
The
not
face
human
filter.
shaped.
There you get that zoomed in. Oh, hang on. Focus. See all the Cthulhu. There we
7
go. There's a good
octopi
focus
died
there.
to make these dice.
Those are awesome as hell. Now I'm just debating on do I pull these out and roll them to kill these people, or do I leave them nice and pristine? But no, thank y'all very much. I wanted to make sure that was everybody knew I was thankful for that.
Woo! Happy birthday!
Y'all are badasses.
Happy early birthday.
So
So was Fang calling
yeah,
over?
You
like
just
as they came back in.
Yeah, you had just like healed Leora. She's like knocked back a little bit, and he's like, Ori.
Crap! I didn't get to touch the gun yet. Yes.
Bring her down.
I don't think that's a really good idea.
And Fang is moving very like swiftly. A combination of haste and some very determined walking in everyone's direct and towards everybody else. Why am I targeting this guy?
And L is right behind him.
I can drag my. Oh, we're lagging on the server. There we go.
Feng will
Oh,
he'll throw some rope to Kursk and Proximo.
Okay.
as she's quickly getting out of the way, Leora, you're just gonna hear a little whisper. I really like the good idea though, but
Bind
Plan
her,
B. That's plan B.
At that
please.
point, he's telling him to do that. Kursk walks over. That's when you heal Kursk.
okay. She's going to stay. Yeah, I guess that close. Out of punching and kicking distance, but just wait for your word to actually bring her down to ground level.
I'm basically asking Kursk and Proximo to use, binding on her, so I can basically execute her.
I'd say you lower her down slowly. It's not hard to like secure ropes on her legs where she can't swipe you with her hands. And then as she gets down, throw ropes over that, and then both of y'all restrain both. Just to see how it works, both of you give me either an athletics or a straight strength check. Athletics if you're proficient.
I'm passing Proximo. I'm going to give him guidance.
Okay.
Ball guy.
Let me know when it's on me, I guess.
Oh yeah, I got to actually target you correctly.
That's Anna, what? Why? I selected athletic.
Wait, it didn't work. Hold on. Again? Server lag or can I just not press the button?
What
Do
are
I
you
have to
doing,
drag it?
Curse? You're trying to do an Arcana check. You failed, and
There
you
you
need to roll
go.
a Chaos table.
My God.
All right, I am now rolling my athletics.
The Barbarian tries to do.
Behold my 27.
Hey,
Got a 4 on a D4.
I'd like to ask. Oh, hang on. There we go.
Where's Leora wanting to be
Behold.
standing?
Not
Oh, I
in
don't
the
have-
splash zone actually.
Hey, Fang.
Yes.
Before you do that, would it be okay if I, paid a little tribute to Little Mouse? I'd like to play a song. Essentially, I want to try and play a song.
We know how good this goes. Give me a performance check.
Stand closer to the warp stone.
So, I will be inspiring myself because I really want this to go well. Which is a colossal waste, by the way. However, it's totally in line with what I would want to do.
Athletics for ropes.
Ooh.
which is what
Oh, I thought
trying
that
to
was
do
Nick for
earlier.
a second. I'm like, oh, you actually did good.
Oh my God.
All right.
Speaking to the
Natural
warp zone
one.
like a fan.
Natural
You're gonna
one.
summon something in.
Let's see. Where are my fucking skill? Oh, they're between main and abilities.
Oh damn!
Look at that. There's
Damn.
finally
One.
meaning. There's actually something
So-
comes over you that the somberness and the loss, the pain, and it just flows out of your instrument.
I would like to. I start with the song that she first played when I met her. So Fang would probably recognize it'd be something familiar to him, and then I'll transition into. And then
You have a flute.
I know, right? but then I transition into one of the songs from my songbook. That she played and she was helping me learn. But yeah, I play those two, and when I'm done, there's some wetness in the eyes and a single tear. And I'll nod to Fang when I'm done.
Very touching to like all y'all. None of y'all have ever heard him play music the way he just did. Literally, y'all have never heard him play that well.
This is where L turns his franchise around.
Kursk pats L on the back.
Wait, don't let go of the ropes.
L starts crying a little bit.
So Kursk and Proxima were moved by this and just start clapping, and in turn they drop the ropes. And he stops, and she's standing there fighting against them, just moving forward, not like a zombie. Her mouth, she's not gnashing teeth or anything like that. Just her eyes look dead as she just stares straight ahead at you, Fang, just trying to move forward toward you. You can see the muscles bulging as she's trying to rip them apart, and both of them are having to hold strongly.
Did he ever land a hit on her?
Me? I don't think anybody landed a hit. A meaningful hit
Leora
on her.
landed a hit.
Right.
There was no damage.
Right. Yeah, so that's why I'm. That's specifically why I'm curious, but.
Yeah, Fang will just get up and try to make a clean cut across the shoulders.
Now, when you were chasing the dude on the way back, did you continue holding, or did you sheath your weapon?
I mean,
you chased him
it's
with
not
it in your
actually
hand.
sheathed. Right. Like I've got it on. It's not sheathed. I'm holding it like against the sheath, just so both are controlled. So I'm not running at 90 miles an hour, hitting myself in the dong.
Well, I was just making sure, because if you sheathed it, you're going to have to. There's a sacrifice blood again to get it out. That's why I didn't know on the way back would you have sheathed it or not.
Maybe. I'll do it again.
You did actually say it.
Yeah, I know. I know what I said.
Oh, you said you had sheathed? I didn't.
He's mad at himself for doing it, but
No,
Back
that's
when
fine.
he and Elle were talking after the leadership chat.
Okay, I missed that part, or I wouldn't have said that. So yeah, you put it in and you realize, oh, I got to draw this thing again.
Damn, that's a lot of your health bar.
So you draw your weapon. You see him as he grabs the scabbard. The hand isn't all the way off of it, and just pulls the blade, and as you see it coating the edge of it as it comes out, and you see the scabbard again start filling up the crystal outside of it, filling up with the crimson of his blood. Make your attack with advantage. Or how are you want to? You say you're going to make a stroke, right? How are you doing the whole deed?
I would just decapitate her.
I imagine they probably could have run the ropes through the grating there, so she's held down as low as they need her.
So yeah, you'll say y'all feed those through there and force her down to her knees and forward, and she's raising her head up some, and you step to the side, and you look down. She's trying. Her head's turning some, but of course her restraint, she can't maneuver completely. And you steady yourself. And for a moment, the scene flashes back to that day. It was a beautiful blue day. You can hear the birds You're approaching that shop where she was taking you, and then it just slows down again, like it's in slow motion, as you see no longer the blur that came out from behind her, but you see it in the little details, like frame by frame, as you see the Han Chayu who had decapitated her the first time, and the blade that took her head once now takes it again as it descends, and her head rolls from her body.
They turned away.
And then the ropes go limp as the body topples forward.
How's Fang looking?
Oh, not great. He definitely looks like he's really struggling to not cry.
I'm gonna cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on him.
Elle would like to step up to
Wow.
Fang.
What a way to break the moment,
I'm not.
Ori.
So Elle
Just
wants to
seppuku.
Elle wants to say something to Fang. He's gonna step up and put his hand on Fang's shoulder, and he's gonna speak, loud enough so that he's speaking to everybody, and he's gonna say, "I didn't know Little Mouse for a long time, but in the time that I knew her, she changed my life, and I do mean literally changed my life. Without her, I would have never met all of you. I would probably still be wandering the countryside, just wallowing in my misery. But Little Mouse had something special, and that's that she cared about others. She, in her own way, cared about me, and I cared about her, and she cared about you too, Fang. And I'm sorry that she's gone, but I just want you to know that finding you one more time, for as short as it was all she wanted. And I'm thankful that I got to meet you all. And I consider you all my friends." And Elle is also going to be like lightly crying at this point. And I'll finish with a after some sniffles. "Rest in peace, little mouse."
Quick double check. What was the Arcana DC for a level 2 spell?
It's 12 plus 1 per spell level, so 14.
Okay. Ori's just going to summon a little glowing music box that kind of has pulsing energy like flowing out around it in the ground. So if anybody wants to like do some hokey pokey, you've got 10 rounds of D6 healing. Set it to the side of Little Mouse's remains, I guess.
Wait, hang on. We have healing? That's what you just
I
cast?
think healing spirit or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, healing spirit.
So as long as you walk into it, each round that you walk into it or start your turn there, you can heal yourself. So if everybody's
you can
doing
basically
that,
give yourself 10 D6 effectively. if we're not in combat.
Yeah, that's fine. If you've already got that coded for the spell on there, you can just drop 10d6 on each person.
I would love to do a sad little hokey pokey with the boys.
Hokey pokey solemnly.
I think Proximo refuses. He's not going to be healed by magic that way.
That's fine. And for some reason, when I don't know why, but in my head, the head canon's going to be that way. Elle says, rest in peace, little mouse. And I just hear Proximo mumbling, more like rest in pieces.
That is something Proximo would say.
Wow, you guys are cramming a lot of words in my mouth. I
was gonna say, is Proximo that heartless?
He would absolutely say that. Maybe not in like a really mean way, but
Is that for all of us, or do we have to roll the 10d6?
Is that not coded on your sheet for the heal part?
Actually, I don't know. Let me look. I was just going to start rolling batches for everybody, but
That's like you just target everybody.
a lot of ones. Jesus.
Well, if you pick it up
Well,
and then
so the base spell as it's written in Fantasy Grounds just gives you a 1d6.
right, so just pick it up and then right click 9 more times, and it'll add those.
1, 2, 3. Proximo says he's abstaining. I guess I'm in it. You don't have to go in and out too. It's just if you stand close to it.
Yeah, y'all can all could stand together.
Yeah,
Done
we're
by
at a
God.
standoff because it's helping the path of the group, but that doesn't mean he has to be cool with it. I think I've got everybody targeted, so here goes nothing. Am I still targeting you, Proximo? No, I don't see the arrow.
Nope.
Sorry, what was the question?
Nothing. That just went to Kursk.
No, it healed everybody.
It went to everybody. Yeah.
Oh,
okay, good.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Holy shit. That's awesome.
I'm just gonna go sit down with my back against the plinth of the brazier over here. So do we rebind her and get her on the boat that probably left yesterday?
How much of it is even her anymore?
You actually want me to find out?
I'd say it looks like the only thing difference you see, it still looks like her physically, but she looks slightly more muscular than what you remember her. You're talking about the physical body.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically all the game mechanic wise, it wasn't parts added to her. He augmented her. Now there may be musculature from other people and stuff put into her, but it's still her body intact, other than you see where surgery has been done.
Dang, how do your people take care of the dead? Do we need... Are we burying someone somewhere? Do we just set a fire here? I don't know. I've seen lots of different approaches to this.
Taking her home.
I do a quick
Oh.
look around the room to see if there's any kind of canvas substitutes.
I'll take off the large black robe that I took off the assassin, and I'll put her knees in her chest and sort of bind it. probably fit the head in, somewhere.
All right. Let's get out of this shithole.
Did you guys find a way out through that door?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm all for
Yeah.
that one then.
I think we have a few more stops tonight.
Yeah, we're
Is one of them a bath? After swimming in that water, I don't trust anything I'm wearing.
one of them could probably be a bath. It's maybe that one should probably go at the end of the line though.
Okay, just anywhere I go, everyone's going to smell me. And Kursk.
Pretty much all of you.
Yeah, it's
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna walk up to her with I'm gonna have the body slung over my on my back. I don't think that is our biggest problem right now.
Oh wait, we're still wearing the masks.
I can't smell a thing.
In terms of trying to not draw attention.
Which also means L's touching eulogy was delivered in Bane's voice.
Yes.
God damn it.
I wish I remember that.
No.
I met Little Mouse months ago in the dark.
I think L actually took the mask off to be heard better.
Nope,
That was
he
part
didn't
of that
say it.
31.
Nope,
Yeah,
it's canon.
Yeah, I left the mask
sounded
on.
like Bane.
I have to redo that whole thing now. Here, what I'll do is I'll record it. I'll send it over to Bradley, and he can just like.
Oh yeah, he's got all those editing skills.
Exactly, he's like a master.
No, I've got
editor now.
editing software. The skills part hasn't come yet.
Those were more expensive.
Hey, just bribe one of your kids. Just be like, hey.
Oh hell no! I can just see my daughter sitting, putting like friggin' crap music on here, and then getting copyright strikes.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I guess is everyone ready?
where you head out, say it's not far down the tunnel, zig and zag back and forth, left and right, short little hallways, and you come to a ladder that leads up into the middle of Scurvy Town. And where's your next destination?
Man, I'm really tempted to touch some of this warp stone and see if I could take it with me.
I look to Fang and I say, where should we go next?
I'll look at Elle. How worried are you about the girl and her mom?
Incredibly so.
But you don't know where she lives. And you've got, in all reasonable assumptions, a dead body you're toting around.
Right.
Nothing that strange about that in Scurvy Town.
Yeah.
No, but it's when you leave Scurvy Town with a dead body that might. Usually people are going into Scurvy Town with dead bodies.
Leora, do you? I'm trying to think.
I'll find another basket on our way out of Scurvy Town.
Yeah, let's get to. Well, this is what we could do. We can go to his shop. The same thing as before. We could go to his shop. See if he shows up there. We could go. Did we trash his lair? His lair still
not
completely
much of
intact.
a lair left to trash. It's.
I mean, like there's warpstone and shit down there, right?
The whole place, well, you're looking at, it's all made of stone and like the metal for the gratings. Whatever the braziers and things were made of, whatever metal they are, they were all burning with something infused with warpstone.
Okay.
There's
So
piles
what I'm
of
thinking
corpses
is
in there.
What I'm thinking is maybe Let me tell me if I'm crazy or not. And Leora, you may have something to say
You're
about this
crazy.
too. Hang
It
on,
is.
Pissport being your home and all that. How would one anonymously leak information to the Inquisition of this location?
To the Inquisition?
Yeah. If we perhaps didn't want to get questioned or detained or even have our names associated with this in any way, how would we spread that information to them?
Write a letter.
All right,
Pay
but
some brat to deliver it to their door.
I'm
Start a
thinking
rumor.
like, yeah, I'm
Start a rumor.
thinking like we get them here tonight, kind of deal.
Or like we go get them?
Not us.
We pay someone else to tell them.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm thinking along those lines. But I mean, where do we go to find someone who's not going to rat us out?
See,
Like a
that's
rumor is going to take
that-
too long. We need
that's the thing
them now.
Oh.
Mhm.
You've learned a very important lesson tonight, and that is to not trust anyone in Pissport. So I'd say if we want a message delivered to them, and if we want it delivered quickly and with privacy, then we deliver it ourselves, or we don't at all.
Shit. So
And allow me to make it clear. We are
Turning-
reporting it. We can't handle this much.
So turning back to Fang, not ignoring Proximo, acknowledging him, but not having an answer to that. I'm going to respond to to Fang. I'm going to say, so he may return here, in which case having the Inquisition on our side to secure it and destroy it would be excellent. I would be happy with that resolution if they take care of him. Or we can go find him ourselves. And I take my knife out for emphasis. I will bury this knife into his jugular up to its hilt.
Are you trying to tell me for the fifth time that you want to hurt him, Al? Is that what you're telling me?
I'm showing you. I wave my dagger.
Or some of that y'all not get the pop up for rolling. Okay, so I don't see Proximo. He may be AFK, but
What?
There's a roll check.
Oh. Okay, sorry.
okay, everybody but Kursk.
Of course.
Y'all
Poor
are
Kursk.
like starting to. Kursk goes through first down the tunnel. Well, Fang's gonna lead the way, and he's turned, waiting for y'all to come on. And Ori's there waiting for y'all, and y'all kind of see Ori kind of glancing in like the brazier that's hanging, or the lantern that's hanging down there, kind of like poking around, like very subtly, kind of reaching up slowly, trying to be inconspicuous, poking around in the green glow of that lantern there as y'all are filing out.
I pretend to trip, and I knock Ori's hand aside as though I tripped into her. Oh, sorry, Ori. I didn't see my step there.
Worries.
Hey, Ori.
Not very sneaky.
Yes.
You are so lovely, but do remember that the last person in our group who got too attached to Warpstone, we did kill him. So don't start any shit, please.
Did
Thank you. We
Well, we definitely didn't help him.
We killed the entity
Yeah.
that burst forth from him when he died because of Warpstone.
Was that a sentient tumor in you that after you died they killed that? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But Drake kind of got
In case you
himself
forgot.
killed.
Yeah.
I think the problem may be the player.
This is where I hate trying to be neutral sometimes and let the dice decide, because it should have been like, yeah, sure, you totally pocket some. No one noticed. Let's see where this goes.
Guys, I was gonna stuff it in the 3-eyed donkey from the toy store. It was gonna be totally cool.
Nope. I'm already mutated. I don't want any more of that, please.
It
Ori.
felt so powerful for a minute.
Ori.
You saw, I mean, she was floating, and that the giant thing got all tiny and. Ooh.
Ori. At the risk of sounding like I don't know what I'm talking about, could you pretend and imagine a scenario for me?
Okay.
So, imagining that you are a, call it a warped, touched person such as yourself, able to, influence the powers of reality itself. And a party comes crashing through your secret funhouse and absolutely trampling you. You barely get out alive. Do you go
Okay.
back to your house to get your shit? Or is there a hideout for somebody such as yourself here?
Oh, see, here I thought I was going to get a lecture on not touching the warp stone. Reassessing what you just asked me.
Or is there anybody
Okay.
that you know of that could do healing quickly and
In
discreetly?
town? I mean, I know, unless they're dead. Several, like I pointed you to several of the other alchemists in the city. So if this hypothetical arsehole you're chasing also knows them, that's at least a potential stash of health. Some drafts that he could be quaffing there. But look, if I happen to know of a school that was very, secretive and wanted to make sure that if anybody discovered it, they could get away with their lives, I'd have more than one way out and in. And I'm not talking the front door.
All right. Well, I say we go back to his place, burn it down, even if he's not there.
Well, that sends a message.
And then, Elle and Leora can be on the case for finding out where our recently endangered innocence is.
And who should go to the Inquisition, or should we get them involved at all? And I whisper that part, like kind of out of knowing Proximo's already stated that he wants to let them know.
Elle, that is a problem for another time.
All right, in that case, Proximo's all yours, and I give him a pat on the back. In that case, I know where his shop is, and I will lead the way. Follow me.
Did Ori get like the spiel or context on any of the Warpstone story from the party beforehand?
I mean, I definitely told you all about him.
Because okay, do I know what happened to the last that you guys were carrying?
That it ended up with the Inquisition when we rolled into town.
Because the room we were just in is like a fucking gold mine of the stuff.
I mean, we definitely didn't get paid to move it.
And I say it's not all just full of warp, like raw warpstone. There's some in each of those. It's being fueled by other stuff, but it's definitely the main power.
Hello.
What's keeping those braziers and torches going? There's enough to get you in trouble, but I wouldn't say it's like 10 of the stones you had or anything like that. It may be, yeah. It's not just each one of those brimming full.
Like, wow, there's a lot of big green circles.
No, it's green because of the warping, properties of the stone itself and what it pulls off when it's being burned. But it's like he's infused all of these with it to kind of permeate the area for casting and stuff for those bonuses. Mm-hmm. It only takes a tiny bit to give you the bonus.
Anyway.
Still very present, though. I mean, there's still a lot of warp power here.
I mean, I think, unless anybody has any major disagreements with our current plan of action, I think we're on our way to the shop. Yes.
I'd also. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just saying yes, no.
Oh, I want to actually clarify a thing. The reason why Proximo desperately wants to tell the Inquisition is because the only other choices are to take it with us or leave it here. Is that wrong anywhere? Because it's like, what are we going to do with it? And we definitely don't want some randos coming down here and getting it.
Ori's all for taking it.
I bet she is. But those are
Why doesn't
only...
Proximo pocket it?
Gee, I fucking wonder.
I mean, you could always just drop it off yourself on the way out, right?
I thought he needed a new payload to drop in a volcano.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Let's pocket it. You're right.
Oh, so you want everybody to grab some, or is this all in your pocket? Like, how's this working out?
Yes, everybody.
Actually, let's have Chris go grab it all.
Oh, no.
I disagree.
Okay, let's continue.
Why don't we grab it all and then just hand it over to the Inquisition? I'm sure they won't have any troubling questions about where we got this shit.
Yeah, not like, oh, so you guys again that showed up the first time with Warpstone. Now all of a sudden you've got more.
I mean, I will have brought up the question, though. Like, well, then should we tell somebody about it if I can't take it with me?
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll worry about that when the problem at hand is solved.
Well, if he comes back down here, okay.
Oh, never mind. Al just wants to kind of comfortingly say to Ori, it's like, don't worry, Ori. With how often these guys, because I think this is only my second time seeing Warpstone, right? Because there was the first one that they had that they put in the box.
You had never encountered Warpstone before you had met.
But I've heard from them like Warpstone. They've told me kind of the story, so I know Warpstone has been a big part of it. So I'm gonna say, trust me, Ori. With how often these guys run into this shit, you'll be feeling real good. No time soon. Or sorry, no time soon. Very soon again.
I'm not sure how to feel about that. Okay.
I mean, yeah, you should feel good, right?
Yes, but anyway, I'll follow wherever the group's headed.
Okay.
Oh, we're gonna go fuck up this guy's shop.
Trying not to step in the blood that is trailing behind Proximo.
Okay, so y'all are taking Little Mouse's body with you, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's It's pretty wrapped up on my back.
Perhaps we should like walk in a kind of a formation where people are kind of walking around, like behind and around Fang to kind of block the body from view.
Okay.
Well, it's just a bundle now.
Well, the bag, I know, but I mean, it might be there might still be like blood and other fluids leaking, so we don't want to look too suspicious.
Well, there's probably no blood, but other fluids are possible. There's literally there can't be blood left in here. This corpse is months old.
I guess that's true. Yeah, it's all coagulated.
It's
Yeah,
embalming fluid now.
yeah.
Who
But, yeah,
knows
like I
how-
said, yeah. There's probably lots of other kinds of goo.
Knows how
It
this
probably just
abomination
looks like a
stuff
really
works.
It just looks like a fucking leaking garbage bag now.
We're just giving Garrett more and more trauma as you guys keep describing this.
You feel something
Aw.
wet
That's
rolling
what's
down
like,
your back.
technically, the blood's already gone. We're having a very scientific discussion about your friend's corpse.
Have y'all ever seen Reanimator? You know, that green glowing fluid?
No.
It's just rolling down Fang's back.
Oh, I'm sorry I said anything.
You see him going down the alley, you just see that green glow, you don't see him. Okay, so I'm assuming, are y'all trying to be in a hurry, trying to be cautious? What's the approach?
In a hurry.
Yeah, in a hurry. Let's get out of here.
We're still in like the middle of the night, right?
By the time y'all leave, I'm gonna say it's probably 10:30 now in the evening.
Good, the bars are still open.
Yep.
You've got her on your back. You're like, oh, well, I'm gonna pop in for a pint.
I'm just saying, there's probably more people in the bars than there are in the street.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
Well, that's a good point, actually. Yeah.
Okay, y'all are trying to be hasty, so this is your choices, Fang. So give me a percentile roll.
Oh fuck! I grabbed it like an idiot. 1 second. Pew.
You're not an idiot, Gawit.
Well, I just picked up the 10, and I was like, "How do I make this a percentile?" Touch for a second.
Oh, okay, never mind. You're right. You're an idiot.
Okay, so you're cutting through alleys, going down streets, making your way, trying to be as quick as possible, and not far off, you hear like a woman scream, like in pain.
Does it sound familiar to anybody in the group?
Yeah, so yeah, everybody thinks it sounds like a woman screaming in pain.
Sounds pretty familiar for this part of town too.
I'm feeling particularly murderous today, so I'm gonna
So I'm
kind of
gonna
lead
go
in
help
that.
murder that woman.
I'm gonna lead in that direction.
Are we even close to where
Al
we're trying
has
to
some
go?
pent-up frustration he needs to let out.
Are you what, Brandon?
Are we even close to where we're trying to go?
No, you're trying to make it out of Scurvy Town.
Yeah, we're still in Scurvy Town.
And okay.
So L starts moving in the direction of the scream. What's the rest of you doing?
Well, he's the one with our direction. It's like
So I
your
guess we're following
GPS
him.
takes you off course.
Rerouting.
It's like,
Make a
They're
U-turn.
rerouting.
yeah,
I
make
hate
a
that Google
U-turn.
bought Waze.
Road work
Rerouting.
ahead. Road work ahead. Rerouting.
When you're in a line of 30 cars that are driving through like rural.
We have found a quicker route. Would you like to take it?
All L really put into the map was directs me towards the murder.
Okay, L, roll me a d6.
Okay.
We found a closer murder.
Oh, it fucking got stuck on its corner.
I saw that.
Bullshit.
Those stupid
You
virtual
move in the
dice.
direction of the scream. You come around the corner, and you see three figures like walking off and starting to turn down an alley, and you see another figure laying on the ground by a wall.
What do the figures look like?
It's
Bunch
it's
of
this is
assholes.
10:30 at night. It's dark. This is Scurvy Town. It's not
There's
well
no
lit.
lights.
Very
Okay,
little.
fine.
Scurvy Town, man.
I'm gonna focus on checking on the health of the victim.
Definitely female, and there's a big puddle of blood. Looks like she's stabbed in the stomach.
Is she dead or is she
As far as you can
injured?
tell. Can you give me a medicine check?
I say,
Better yet. I'll go ahead, Fang. Or go ahead, L.
yeah, I say Ori, and I wave her forward and point at the body. And then I want to.
He's like, "Ori, check it out! It's a dead body."
Put it on your back.
And I want.
Look at what I found. He carries it back in his mouth like a fucking cat.
And I want to look down the alley that these fuckers walk down.
Oh my god. I'm gonna walk over L.
Yes. I'm still holding my dagger, by the way. I'm like hyper fixated on it a little bit.
This happens all the time here. And I will get down on my knees and use my last key point to heal her.
Okay.
Oh.
I just like how that popped up in the corner of my screen.
Well, you see Fang kneeling down and reaching out. Ori was.
Fang, she's dead.
I mean, I'll just do what I can.
I mean,
Yeah, you channel your key, and you feel life flow from you towards her, and then your hand just feels empty and like nothing's there.
chiropractic this one.
There's nothing more we can do here, L. Stay on target.
You're too close.
Stay on target.
I'm going to look longingly down the alley,
Oh God.
but I'm going to make the right decision, and I'm going to get back on track.
Oh,
damn
I
it!
thought that was I'm going for it.
Low for me, low rolls are always the bad decision. High rolls are always the right decision.
Brain is a D20.
When you can't
All
make
right,
up your
I'm gonna-
mind, roll a d20.
I'm gonna nod at Fang, and I'm going to say, "Yeah, okay."
You guys are lucky Proximo wasn't there, because he definitely would have gone after those guys immediately.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
Proximo's
it's
not
the
there?
whole
It's
group.
Proximo.
Following us.
I'm following up slowly.
Oh, okay.
I'm
All
still
right.
injured. I'm not
Then-
letting no dirty, filthy magic touch my delicate wounds.
All right, let's go. Let's.
I've got an
L-
herbalism kit.
L's
You know what
back
that
on
does to
the
your skin?
L's back on the trail.
Okay.
All right.
Give me one more percentile roll. L.
Shit. Wait, one more.
Yeah, well, I had
This
Fang
is
do
my
the
first
first
one.
one. Yeah, so
Oh, okay.
you make it the rest of the way to where his shop is uneventful. It's
Lights
now,
on?
It's now about 11:30. Nope.
I try the door, but I try it slowly to not tip him off if he is inside.
It's locked.
Proximo. Crowbar.
Curse. Never mind. Oh yeah, we have a crowbar.
Now this
Isn't it silver plated now?
this
No,
is,
we didn't ever actually silver plated it.
Oh,
We should though. It's like the most important thing we've ever had.
I know, right?
Or if we
I'll
ever
pull out the
encounter any
crowbar.
monster
Okay,
doors.
now this is an Eastern District, so there's a lot more businesses and things around here. So
On the back
and
door.
you have seen patrols. You've done your best to not be encountered by them, but it is patrolled much better than Scurvy Town. It's not
Okay.
like it's
I also
it's not in the upper class or in the warehouse district as much as the guards, but there are many more patrols here.
did take off my plague mask.
I guess we probably all would have taken that off by the time we got out of Scurvy Town. L will take his. Actually, no. Should L take his off?
L takes his
No.
off and still talks like that.
No, because
Because I can still talk like this.
Lyara?
Should we check if there's a back door? What do we want to do? We want to go in through the front or through the back?
Hold on.
Take out my lock picking kit.
There we go.
Okay. Give me a roll. Man, there was a 1 that popped up there for a second. I'm like, oh no.
Oof.
Yeah, you sit there, you look both ways real quick. You don't see any guards. You get to work. Few seconds. Very simple lock. Opens up. Quiet.
I definitely go in first, and I looked for this fucker.
Okay. You've been in here once. You see there's a counter, some bookshelves, like a little waiting area, and there's like a doorway going to the back of the shop. You don't know anything past that.
I try the doorway, or the door, not the doorway.
Well, it's only a doorway. There's not a door on it.
Oh, okay. I peek through the doorway.
You don't see anything. It's dark in here. The only light you have is what's spilling in from some of the lamps from outside.
I'll have my dagger in one hand and my rapier in another, and I will enter the next room and I will search for him.
Okay.
Like I got my both blades are like pointed forward, like I'm ready for him.
Give me a dex check.
I'm gonna
A dex check?
Yeah, just
like
roll me a
ability
dex.
check?
Yeah, there's not really anything you're doing skill wise for your work. Okay. Yeah, you kind of go in. The very faintness of it, you can see like a chair that was like right there, just past the entrance. You just make it out, step around it. You can kind of just that sixth sense almost. You feel something to your right and move around it. It's like something solid, so you don't bump into it. But you get further into the room, you don't see anything, and it's dark enough now you can't make out anything.
Do I see anybody outside the building that we're just kind of sitting around the front door of?
Give me a perception check. Looks like the coast is clear. You don't hear anybody. Don't see anybody at the
Great. I'm going to lean in and cast dancing lights up against the ceiling, trying to follow where I think he went.
Okay. Well, there's only one point of egress where he could have gone. So
right. I just want to try to put some light in the room that he's.
So yeah, all of a sudden,
into.
lights the whole place lights up. Nick, you see in this room there's it looks like a mess. There's a couple of chests that are sitting open. Looks like things have just been thrown out of them, like they're scattered across the floor. Looks like where you would have maybe a drawer, be it a false bottom or something like that, where you could sit down in, has been picked up. It's like sitting on the corner of one of the chests. You look inside. Go ahead.
Is there blood anywhere?
There are drips of blood in the room, yes.
Bodies?
No. But you see like drops here and there.
Okay. Like around the stuff that's been opened and
yes, there's some that's like clothing that has been thrown, paperwork that's been thrown. Basically what you're putting together,
a bloody mess.
Yeah, is that he's been here grabbing essentials.
So he's leaving us a trail. Excellent. I call out after I've done a quick check. I call out, he's gone. He was here though. How I'd like to check the blood. Is the blood like dried or is it still pretty wet?
It's got that tackiness to it, so it's not fresh, but it's not completely like dried and coagulated where it's flaky yet. But it's very sticky and thick.
So he's been here fairly recently. We didn't just miss him, but he's been here very recently.
Yeah, I sure hope the blood was his.
So,
I'm gonna just do a quick check of his shit in the shop and see if there's anything that we should grab, like health potions or anything like that.
I was
Yeah, say he wasn't a herbalist, but looking
Yeah.
around, Ori, you definitely find things that you could make use of for potions and different things like that. So I don't roll me a d20, Ori. That's how many potions worth of shit you find.
Oh shit. Roll big.
3.
I burned all my good rolls
Yeah.
on the spells,
I
guys.
give you the
Sorry.
chance for good stuff, and now you get 3 but those can be of any level. Enough stuff for 3
free
of any
shit's
level.
free shit.
That's
All right,
true.
I'm just gonna make a note in my inventory then, because otherwise I have to do math on like gold cost for potions. So I'm just gonna say 3 potions worth of mats.
Yeah, but it can be any level
Um,
worth, so you don't have to worry about it being, oh, well, this is not enough for a 3rd level, etc.
Right.
So
um,
shit.
is there okay?
We need to pick up the trail.
Is there bandages?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna grab just a roll that looks clean, like not covered in blood. I'm gonna turn around and march up to Proximo. Look, I'm not gonna use anything except these, but let me at least cover some of the spots where blood's still coming out of you.
Yeah, and there's like herbs and stuff that you know are for disinfecting, and there's liquids in here that he, basically like rubbing alcohol and stuff like that that's been distilled, because he is that's his actual profession as a doctor. So this is kind of like the doctor's office. He doesn't have healing potions, but he has things for patching up wounds.
Does he have? I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm interrupting.
Well, I was
Go
just gonna
ahead,
say I am actually like trained in medicine and herbalism, so this isn't like a farce.
Yeah, Proximo, he knows that. He's seen you do other stuff with your herbs before. I think without saying a word, he'll just sit down and kind of, in an agreeing way.
You just see like some tension fall off her shoulders. All right, and then she just goes into work mode. So can I heal him, or can I just like stabilize, or what can I do with my medicines?
I'm gonna say, because let me look. Hang on, because I think I had something in my setting there.
I've got my herbalism kit in my proficiencies as well as medicine.
Yeah, because I know that you can't use hit dice to heal unless you have a healing kit. And I've been forgetting to make you do this, but you're supposed to be making medicine checks. But let me double check.
I don't think we've used the medicine kits. Well, I guess
You've got
I've
one
got an
on you. I think it's one of
herbalism
those deals I just forgot to have you make the check, but I know you've got a healer's kit on you.
Yeah, I do.
Story there. Healing. Healer's kit dependency. Character can't spend any hit dice after finishing a short rest until someone expends use of a healer's kit to bandage and treat character's wounds. So yeah, that's, you can make it where I'll say he doesn't look horrible. He's not going to lose any more blood. Patch him up. Mechanically, it's not going to have any effect.
I'll feel better.
So this is
We're gonna anime heal you. You're just gonna be covered in bandages everywhere. That's totally gonna take care of it.
he looks like a mummy now.
Fantastic, great.
So you said that this is
fight. Surely I can fight like this.
he's all like walking real stiff now.
Yeah.
So you said this is like a doctor's office. He's a doctor. So he must have an address book or records of his patients and where they live so as to keep track of them and where they are and what he's prescribed them and things like that. I look for his address book.
The vial of their blood.
Okay.
I look for his notes. I look for anything that would give me any information.
Give me an investigation roll.
Are you gonna ask for help, or is this a solo?
Yeah, could I get some help? I'm gonna say, like, guys, he's a healer. He heals lots of people. He has to have notes, addresses, medicines, anything. Just look for anything.
I look for rat juice.
And investigation is not good for me. I've only got a +1. Shit. Roll big. Roll big. Roll big.
Wait.
Okay, I'll wait. Are you doing something to me?
Yeah, or he's
Yeah,
going
I'm
to
getting-
metagame, give you guidance.
Her investigation isn't that great either, so it literally was going to be coming in as kind of like a prayer, like, good luck, buddy. But I can let you roll it, so let me do the thing.
Did these? Am I going to know what these rolls are, or should I be putting these in the dice tower?
This one needs to be in the dice tower because you're not going to know if you're successful or not.
Okay.
There's a book on his counter, and you scroll back through because it was only a day or two ago. And there's a notation there, like Jenny, whatever her last name is. I don't know. Hang on.
I don't think you did.
Jenny Maines.
Jenny
Oops,
Maines.
sorry, wrong campaign.
No, Jenny Maines. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh crap! I thought that was the Deadlands one.
No, that's a good. Yeah, her name was Jenny Maines. Good memory. Has Jenny Maines. There's short notes, mom, and then just like notations of symptoms beside it, and there's an address.
I say the address out loud. I say, Leora, where is, and then I'll say the address.
Give me a history check with disadvantage.
You know, it's been years since I've been here, right?
And it's a large city.
You at least know what district it's in.
Yeah, you know what district it's in. You don't know exactly where the street is, but by the name of it, you know that it's in the northern portion of Eastern District. Like near the, it's going to be near the farmlands area, which is a good 30, 45 minutes north of y'all.
Do we want to go to the address, or do we want to try and see where the blood goes?
But you know it's in the district you're in, and you know it's north near the fields, but you're still going to have to find the street address.
This is what I think. Burn this fucking place to the ground. We'll check for the blood. If the blood is leading in a different direction, then we'll follow the blood. If not, we're going to this address.
Big question. Got her back, which was kind of the goal to begin with. Isn't that enough? I mean, we can still burn the fucker's house down, but
Now, there are other businesses attached to the sides and stuff here also. This isn't just like a lone building. You're in a business district area.
Well, that complicates things.
Okay.
oh damn, we're in a
Is-
strip mall.
Is there anything like
If y'all
is there
open the
anything
map
in there?
that I just linked, the last one, number 20, is where the pawn shop is. So
Okay.
if you
where are
go
we?
if you go north of there, okay,
Well,
you see where
okay.
number 3 is? That alley
Yeah.
behind there? Well, here, I'll fucking put a mark.
Ooh,
This
man.
is about where his shop is.
Okay.
The area that you know the address comes from is somewhere. Oh, that's too big.
Whoa!
Hang on. Where's my?
Damn, that's a big zip code.
You know, when they created it, like nobody had moved in yet.
Shit. I didn't want to do all of them.
It was like
Oh
well,
no,
when
we
they
lost
first moved in-
everything.
Oh no, when they first moved in, it was only like 5 farms.
You know it's going to be somewhere in that area. You're currently somewhere here. But you're going to
Okay.
have to search
And-
all through. You hit how tiny all those and how packed in everything is. The area you're in, how packed in all the buildings are. A fire could become very
Okay.
deadly to a lot of people.
How about this instead then? Fang, how would you feel? Just running this by you real quick. How would you feel about This is his shop. He doesn't have anyone who works for him, right? Is he a solo
You don't
solo
know.
gig?
You
I
didn't
Is that
see
relevant?
anybody.
But I was gonna say, what if we leave Little Mouse? I know you just got her back, and I know you don't want to let her out of your sight, but it is a little conspicuous carrying this body around. How do you feel about leaving the body here? He's definitely not coming back.
No.
Okay, that's fair enough. We weren't gonna be. I'm not gonna burn it now. Now that I realize just how packed it is, I'm like, we'll come back and trash it later, or we'll have the Inquisition come and search it or something. I don't know.
Y'all are sitting there talking,
But,
Leora. You're kind of hanging by the door, and you're hearing like booted feet, like multiple booted feet. Give me an intelligence check.
Oh no, I'm stupid.
I'm outside. Like I leaned in to cast dancing lights, but that was it.
You went
I'm
in and were
sitting there by the
bandaging
door.
Proximo up.
Oh, that's right. He sat down. I had to try to do the thing.
Yep, you're distracted.
Yeah, you don't know. You just hear booted feet.
So
Kursk wouldn't think of this, but this would like be the perfect place to plant the fucking warp stone.
where is the blood leading? L wants to know. Look at the blood and see if there's any leading either.
You try to follow it around, and
like any
it goes
door, any
there.
back
Yeah, there's a
doors,
back
things
door
like that?
that's ajar, and it looks like it either came in and or went out that direction. You know, the front door was locked, and you didn't see any blood in the front room.
Guys, this way. The back door was open. I think I have the trail.
Was it a door or was it ajar?
I'm gonna go out the door. Still have my sword and my dagger drawn. Well, I pulled it back out because I was flipping through the book, and I'm gonna start like looking for the blood and try to follow the blood. And I guess I'm gonna look for if he came in this way. There might be two, so look for the one that's I guess less dry, if that makes sense.
Okay, this is you get the front room. You went to a back room, and then there's a room off to the side of it where you see the back door goes out. You're doing that. What are you doing, Fang?
I mean, he says it's it's the back door. I mean, I'll make sure everybody's with us, and then start pushing people out the back.
So you're
I'm
trying to
finishing
gather
tying
like,
off
hey, let's
bandage.
go, everybody. You just finished bandaging Proximo. What are you doing, Ori? And Proximo, what are you doing?
Yeah, well, no. So I'm finishing tying off a bandage, saying something to the effect of, "All right, now no strenuous activity for at least 3 weeks."
There's doctor's orders.
Yeah, Proximo's like, yeah, I'll get right on that.
Gonna
And then
put
I'm
his eye
looking
out,
around.
Gate.
Okay, where's everybody going?
How many weeks is the boat trip?
Kursk, what are you doing?
Kursk is gonna help El with his blood trail.
What's Leora doing?
Hearing people coming up, I'm getting out of sight. I'm gonna start ushering people to get out.
Okay. What are the? You're trying to
Just
usher
saying
people
indoors
out.
is a really good way to get out of sight.
Doing what?
I
I'm
was
sorry, Metagamer says what?
suggesting... Look, this completely darkened interior because I dropped dancing lights to heal somebody with bandages.
Okay, so
I'm just imagining like the entire party goes through the back door. Leora's like, "See ya, suckers," and goes left.
So as this is happening, everybody else at this point, you hear boots on the cobblestone, like right outside.
All of us now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you hear voices. Yeah, it looks like the lights are on this one up here.
Fuck! I dropped the spell.
Dicks.
All right, let's go. Come on, Kursk.
Book it.
Let's go.
That's weird. Lights just went out. And then you hear like the steps increased in pace.
I'm following you at the back door.
Yeah, we're out of here.
Well, let's see. Roll initiative for everybody. See how quick y'all react versus. the other
Oh,
people.
fuck me.
Fuck you.
I heard them coming up first, so I get.
Yeah, but you
I'm
didn't
at
say
the
anything.
back door. I'm at the back door. I'm already halfway out.
Yeah, Elle, you're in the clear. Fang was next. Curse was
Do we
walking
get
that
anything
way.
for me telling everybody to get the fuck out?
Do I
Why
still
am I
need
at disadvantage?
to wait? Do I still
You
need?
went down.
Are
Do
you
I still
still
need to roll?
considered unconscious?
No, he's got exhaustion.
Okay, Kursk, you're still poisoned.
Oh fuck! I'm still poisoned. Shit.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna have to deal with the effects of the fucking sewer plague tomorrow too.
A couple of you are.
So hang on. Did you want me to roll initiative still?
Yes, everybody.
You
needs
just said
to.
I was good.
You're
Okay.
you're out, but it's on when you can take an action.
Oh, nat
Oh,
20.
also, people should not be blessed anymore.
No, they shouldn't. Let me take that. But yeah, they're one of the house rules I play with is if you go unconscious and then you get picked back up, you get a level of exhaustion. So to prevent that, like, okay, cool, I'm just gonna keep you at 1 hit point. You dropped, I'll heal you 1 hit point. Cool, get back up. It's like if you're gonna do that yo-yo thing, your body's gonna be like, I can't handle this.
I wasn't supposed to die 3 times today. I'm scared. I got the lowest initiative roll of the entire group.
Elle's already good.
Does Elle get to do anything with his 20? Does he get to pull Ori out the door?
Except they're on opposite ends of the store.
Yeah, that gives him just enough movement to grab Ori and drag
Elle's
her out the door.
Elle's gonna do a Mr. Fantastic, and he's gonna stretch his arm all the way across the room.
Go gadget
that's-
arm.
That's not chaos or anything.
He does it just as Proximo turns his head so Proximo doesn't see.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Oh no.
So
I don't like the
everybody's
sound of
like hauling ass out the back door.
That's where they were coming from.
Oh yeah.
No, they're coming from the front door. This was just turned out beautiful.
With my 20, I'd like to say
could you
lock
please
the
tell
door.
me that it's beautiful?
showing up with the tracker.
Lock the door.
The guards and Ori both go on initiative 6. What's your dexterity modifier?
0.
Guards have a +1. They go first. So you're just going into the back door, trying to haul ass. For sake of you're trying to hurry, but give me a stealth check just so I have something to oppose their perception.
Cool. Something else that uses my +0.
Fuck. Ori, you rolled an 18. You were beautiful. I rolled a nat 20, unfortunately. So you hear yeah, someone's in here. And they come, you see torches light up, and they can't make out who you are yet, but they see your form in the torchlight, and they're running to you. So what's everybody's action at the top of the round?
Panic cast invisibility.
Everybody else, I'm assuming, still just
Nice.
hauling ass out the door.
Oh yeah.
You can hear
always-
the you
yes.
can hear the guards yelling. There's one, and you hear the boots change from the
Fuck.
clump of the cobblestone onto stomping on wood.
Curse is gonna take off his fucking boots and hold them in his hands.
So it's going to take
Thanks,
you at
Al.
least. It's going to take you at least a round to get out of these boots.
Fuck.
Fang's gonna draw his Portland
It's
torch.
one action. Come on, like one action, take off the boots.
Yeah, one action. That's his turn.
Well, but that's not even his movement action.
Still have
though.
movement, right?
Yeah.
No, because these are hard to get off. They're big, clunky boots,
Son of a bitch.
and you got them. And they
You need the right
and
music.
when you put them on, they snug up nice and tight on you too.
Ooh.
That way, I mean, if other people put them on, it would kind of adjust to their feet. So that's what part of how the magic works there. So you're gonna is that what you're doing, or are you just gonna keep moving?
They're not in the house yet, right?
You hear their feet starting to hit wood of the floor inside.
You were a few feet ahead of me, actually.
Yeah, and as you're doing this, everything goes black because Ori dropped the light. I'll do this. Roll me a percentile dice. I'll give you a 40% chance that there's a light outside position enough that you can see the doorway being lit up from outside. Otherwise, it's in a back alley and it's pitch black.
Sorry.
Nope,
Oh,
it's
son of
pitch
a-
black. You saw where the doorway was, how you should run out. But it's kind of it's the picture in your memory. So, are you going to go ahead and try to take off your boots or try to run blindly through these doorways?
I'm going to try and take off the boots.
Okay. I mean, the fact that the lights all went out, does that inhibit the people charging in any way either?
They're holding torches. It's a patrol. They've got their own light sources they're patrolling through town. That's what I'm saying. Is it that casts just enough of a glow on you as they come to the doorway? That's why they saw you. They saw basically like your backside and your leg and stuff. They see that there was a person. They can't identify you yet. What's Proximo do and everybody?
I assumed based on the initiative order, everybody else was like making.
Yeah, they were already moving. Kursk went just before the guards did, so he's like the last one besides you. The way it went was L, Leora, Fang, Proximo, Kursk, guards, you. So that was like the line. So everybody else, Kursk is like, so say he was like not out of the building yet. Everybody else is. So Kursk is going to trying to take his boots off. And then you, Ori. And then, of course, the guards. And instead of just putting it plural, let me put the... Okay. So, top of the order. Well, it's actually the guards, they're charging in. Ori, you can react. You said you were casting invisibility.
Yep. I don't have warp stone anymore, so let's see what happens.
Great. I'm going to be the only one in here. Shit.
When the fireball goes off, yeah.
No, when the guards come in and there's no one else.
And you're jumping on one foot, tugging on the other boot, trying to get it off.
Are you really doing the boot thing? Okay.
What am I going to outrun him?
No, it was a 17. Fuck.
Nothing happens.
What level spell is that?
That's only level 2. I didn't miss by 5.
We'll see. So that's 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9.
You missed by exactly 5.
I think it's technically written 5 plus, but we'll, for sake of expedience, because I don't feel like looking it up right this second, we'll say you're on that hair of really fucking things up.
Yeah, it really fizzled. Man,
so yeah,
you're really missed that word.
Yeah, you're panicked. That was your action. I guess you're trying to run forward.
Yeah.
Okay, so
can I just knock him through the doorway?
Well, I was gonna say, give me an athletics or acrobatics at disadvantage as you're running into the darkness. You don't realize that he's stopping to try to take his boots off.
Well, here goes nothing. Do you want it in the tower or just visible?
Oh no, you're gonna know if you fuck up. Go ahead and. Okay, yeah, you managed. You saw where he was just from the glow of their torchlight, and managed to just kind of jump around him and head out. So
you just hear fuck, come on, big man, and just like something grabs around like your midsection and just tugs through the doorway.
Well, let's see how it plays out. Top of the order, Leora. You hear commotion. I'm assuming you're going to continue running. Or what do you want to do?
I am skedaddling, yes.
Oh, warning shot. Give him a warning shot.
Wait, so did my movement actually impact that turn, or?
Yeah, you're like at the back door. You're not out. You're not in the clear. But it's basically, since I don't have a map. Okay. You got room 1. Straight, like say, north of it is room 2. Room 3 is to the right of that one, and then the exit is the north of that room.
Okay, I just didn't know the way you said like we'll see. I didn't know if like I actually got the full extent of the movement I was trying to go for, or
Well, being
like...
dark, you basically got to the room that had, and you're at the door to leave. Kursk is kind of in between the rooms, like in that doorway. He was like say just inside the last room, but starting to take his boots off. Guard 6 comes rushing in and sees a big burly man. Halt right there! And pulls his sword out. Thing, you were running, correct?
I'm gonna stand a respectable distance away from the back door with my Portland torch ready.
Yeah, he shouldn't be hasted anymore.
I'm waiting for Kursk to make it out the back door.
I'm just making my way out, kind of walking backwards, waiting for everybody else to exit.
If there's ever anything you see on there too, Ori, like the blesses, since you cast them, you can take those off.
Oh, okay.
I already got it on, I think, everybody.
I just took it off Leora.
Okay. Proximo, you said you were running?
Yeah, I'm kind of jogging backwards, keeping an eye on the door, waiting for Kursk to get out. And as soon as I see Kursk, I turn around and go into a full sprint.
Okay, well, you haven't seen him yet.
Yep, so I'm walking backwards.
All right, guard 11 comes running in with his weapon drawn, shouting the same thing. All right there. Ori, you're at the back door. You running? You see that Kursk is like hopping on a foot, pulling off a boot, trying to get the other one, and these guards are right there at him.
To try and like take him with me.
If I would see that he's trying to take off his boots as you're trying to drag him, it's going to put one or both of y'all on the ground. It's in the picture. You're running through the dark, grabbing somebody, trying to take their boots off, and you're trying to pull them along.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not tiny, but I'm not that big.
Well, hey, wait. What we'll do? We'll let the dice aside. Kursk, give me an athletics check.
Oh no!
At disadvantage. Let's fucking go.
And you can do it public because you're going to know if you fall or not.
No.
Oh, yeah, that's totally... As you grab him as you're running by, I'm like, let's go. You knock him down.
Oh, he's got advantage and disadvantage. Well,
why does he have advantage?
Shit, I don't know.
Are you
because he's a mountain man?
Is he rage for athletics check?
Oh, yeah, that's why you're still raging.
He's raging.
I wish I should not be.
Yeah, so I just removed it, so go ahead and reroll.
He's raging to take his boots off.
He's a Cajun.
Raging Cajun.
Well, great.
It was better.
But my athletics was a 16.
No, I would say I was gonna say DC 12. So you kind of spin around, but you keep your balance as Ori tries to like pull you along. But the guards are like now in here. You're just inside the other side of the doorway. Both of them, and one of them's blocking the other one from getting in there, but this guards with a torch can definitely see you, as well as you, Ori, like standing at the doorway. Now unless you're turning around to do something, they just see your backside. And it's your go, Ori. You just continuing to bolt, but you know Kursk is still in there. And you kind of spun him around and he's taking off his boots.
fuck's sake.
And yeah, I'm going to retcon something I just said.
Go.
That'll be an action. Elle's correct on that. That would be an action to get the boots off. You'd still have your movement.
Yes. You see that silver tongue?
Just go.
Yeah, I get that. But before I do, she pulls something out of her alchemy tote really quick and sprays you with haste.
Sprayed. You miss, you get the guard.
Nope, that's not what you told me.
We're taking the guard with us, I guess.
Well, there you go. She just like reaches into this like cross-slung pouch, pulls out like a weird leather ball with like a little like spray nozzle at the end, and just goes like right in your face, and then books it out the door.
Okay. Elle, you're going, and Kursk, it's your go. You get the boots off.
All right, I'm booking it.
Now, how much stuff do you carry on you?
Oh no.
I don't think he has that much, right? I don't think.
I don't
we
know.
only make use of
I don't
it
know
when
if he's gotten
dragging
used to
shit.
carrying everything and
Yeah.
it not being an issue. I don't know. I mean, look,
Yeah, what was with the trudging? I think that was important.
I think it's
I
only whenever
currently
we have
106
you're-
of 240.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say that comes into play whenever we have like carts and shit.
But I didn't know if what
Was he
all's been
wearing
added
the
to
boots this
his
whole time?
inventory and
Yeah.
all. So it's a year go, and you can book
We
it.
are skedaddling.
You're double skedaddling. Like I ran out the door, and then you just
I am
walked. you went past
maximally
me, like,
skedaddling.
You just hear
He
the
like catches up to L.
Proximo. You're kind of backpedaling. You see
Meep, meep.
Ori turn around and do something, and then come running out the door, and then slap, bare feet on cobblestone. This curse just comes like hightailing it out of there, holding his boots in his hand, and just runs past you.
Wow, okay. Take a second to process that, cock my head a little bit, and then I and I do exactly what I said I was going to do, and I sprint.
Cool. So y'all are running. Let's see how this
That was such an expensive
out.
potion.
Everybody's continuing to run. Guard comes running out the door, or you're still in the back of the pack.
Of course I am.
See everybody. Fang, you see Proximo. Kursk approaching you rapidly. I'm assuming you said you turned, or what were you? You said you had the Portland torch.
Yeah, I hadn't lit it. I was waiting to see whether or not like the cards were on his ass or not.
Yes, they're coming out. One of them has already come out the door. You're in small alleys. There's buildings tight all around you. You're looking at. You could reach out and touch buildings with both hands on either side.
I'll keep my whole hand on it, but we're gonna keep running.
Okay.
I will definitely reach as far in front of the group as I can.
Okay. Which doesn't take you long. It's like you're surprised. You know you can move quick, and like Kursk is just you've caught up to him, but he's like keeping pace at the moment. Like holy shit. Proximo, you're just gonna bring up the rear, or he's behind you, and guards are coming out the door. But everybody else is hauling ass.
I'm going to stay back. Well, not stay back. I'm going to stay just a little bit ahead of Ori.
Okay. Next guard comes out the door. Curse, you're beating feet, or you're in the back. What are you doing?
I want to use my action. I'm going to use my action to light the one Portland torch I have and throw it like 5 feet behind me and then keep running. Like I just want to put a fire on the street.
I'm gonna say that's gonna take you around to dig it out of your pack because that's not something that's at the ready. Now you could dig it out and be running.
Stupid hiking backpack. No, okay. I'm gonna use my action and my my movement. So I'm gonna dash.
Okay. Top of the round.
There's a weird kind of sweaty nervousness on her face. If Proximo's paying close enough attention.
Proximo, you're running. Leor's running. I'm just gonna give a few rounds here to see how this works out.
I actually have something that I can try on my turn.
Okay. Because this is kind of loose and fast at the moment. I'm not gonna worry about calling it at the moment. Guard is on your ass, Ori. They're not within like where they can. They're having to use both their action, basically their action and movement, to keep up with you. Fang's gone. Elle, it's your go. Was you want to try anything? Y'all are going
So
between
is it just the
alleys.
one guard?
At the moment, I'm going to say you don't see it because you're going to be going between buildings. It's not just one huge long alley.
Right.
And then some buildings are set back a little further than others. It's not like they had a great building coordinator, or city planning thing. The buildings go up.
Okay, I wanted to know if I could see because I was going to try to cast sleep on the guard that was chasing us.
Give me percentile dice. I'll give you a 30% chance that you're at a point you can look back and see them. Nope. Buildings,
All right,
buildings or
keep
people
running,
are
then.
obstructing your vision.
Okay.
Ori, it's your go.
Then I just keep running. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna book it down a side alley, but keep using my.
Yeah, that's what
dash.
y'all are. Are you trying to split off from the group?
Yeah.
Okay. Curse, you're way in the lead. So basically, Ori was in the back. Proximo, give me a perception check.
Where do you want it? Tower or?
Tower's fine. Okay, you just, as you're kind of making this little dog leg in the alley, you kind of turn your head to look back to just see what, the situation is still. And you see Ori turn to the left and go down another alley. Everybody else is in front of you, just hauling ass. Most of them you've lost sight of. You can see Kursk. But I'm sorry, Kursk would have been the last one you could see. And everybody else has kind of gotten out of your sight also. But they're all up ahead of you, and Ori just turned down a different direction. And you see one guard that was on her butt, he hasn't turned yet, and the other guard hasn't basically taken his turn yet.
I'm gonna just have to have faith that she knows what she's doing.
Okay, you continue on. Kursk, I'm assuming you're still running?
Yep.
Okay, the last guard is coming up, top of the round. Now we'll get interesting. Proximo, you still continue on this first guard. He turns left after you, Ori. He's on your butt, and it's your go. You don't see the other guard. One of them is on you, but you don't see the second one yet.
All right, this turn I'm just burning as much movement as I can to keep close. I'm looking for corners. I'm really just trying to find a blind moment.
I should have been using some of the 4th edition stuff. The what the hell was it called? It's basically a skill challenge. Yeah, should have been using that. We'll do some of that right now. So Ori, picks one of your skills that you think you could use, like, hey, I'm going to vault over, I want to use acrobatics and vault over these crates, or I'm going to use athletics to, like, throw a trash can.
I want to use
way.
insight to watch the any movement in the streets and see if there's an opportunity to, like, dive under a cart that's slowly moving out, or
now this is,
like, look for a crowd.
You're looking at about 11 o'clock at night. There's hardly anyone out on the streets. Now, I say if you want to use insight, you can do that to maybe that, hey, I remember this area. I know that if I turn this alley, there's this to go to. Sure. So give me an insight check.
Right. She took a walk with one of the other herbalists in this area before.
Maybe. We'll see what the check says.
Yeah, and wasn't paying attention. Uh.
Yeah, you've actually, like, oh wait, there was a moss I found in an alley up here, so you know that it's a small little tight alley that stays hardly gets any sunlight, and it stays damp in there, and you know that's where this was at, and it's kind of out of the way. So you slip down there real quick as you make another little dog leg, and continue that way. Leora, you're going. Last guard. He actually turned left also. He must have lost sight of Proxima, so they're both coming after you, Ori. The rest of y'all make it and get into the clear wherever you're going to head. I'm going to do 2 more rounds with Ori. See how this goes. First guard. Perception check for. Okay, they both patrol this area regularly. They know where you went. It's your go, Ori. What kind of and you can't use the same skill a second time. So what's the next skill you're gonna try to do to evade or trip these guys up or something?
Well, besides just trying to cast invisibility again,
You can do that. You can do that, or use a skill to, like I say, if there was something like you want to knock a bunch of boxes over to try to slow them down, stuff like that. Anything that you can be creative, almost like kind of with Deadlands. If you can think of something creative to do with your skill, you make a check.
So the only, I mean, I feel like it's the same either way, because Arcana's at a +6, but I've also got this nature at a +6, and you were talking about like diving down this alley because it like grows a certain kind of moss, and I feel like that's more like in line with her natural inclination. It's just the weird panic that's making the split decision here. Um, I'm just gonna go with the nature roll. Having been down here, there's it's a better natural camouflage based on what she knows she's wearing with the stuff that like grows under windowsills and things. If she can lose them.
Okay, now how are you trying to just camouflage yourself to not be seen better? Or are you stopping trying to hide?
Difference in the two things you just said.
Well, difference is that as you're running, you're grabbing the stuff, smearing on you, your clothing trying to blend in, so maybe they don't see you when you make a left versus a right, versus I'm going to smear this stuff and try to be Schwarzenegger and Predator and blend into the mud, but I'm being real still and standing.
Oh no! So I mean, she can still hear that they're very much on her heels. That's part of the panic. Honestly, this is calling back to something. So she's grabbed like a couple plants that just were growing in the damp and just kind of flung them around the back of her neck and is still trying to move through the dark, like down the.
Okay, I just want to make sure, was it I'm trying to do this as I'm still moving, or I am the wall kind of thing? Just because it would make a difference if they see you and you're standing still right there.
Yeah.
There seems to be some confusion with the guards. One of them's like, this way. You're like, no, this way. And they split off. So one of them's on you still. The other one thinks you went the other direction. So you fooled him. One more round. We'll see what happens, because you're going to get caught or you're going to get away. So what are you doing this time?
How close is he?
He's like I say, he's closing the distance. Say the way this is, we can't keep going all night. So it's like going to be round 8. It's like something's gonna happen where whatever you do works, or it's gonna screw up and you're gonna get caught.
Misty Step.
That's a bonus action, so that'll give you some distance. And what for an action? Too bad that wasn't a 20.
Misty stepping up onto the roof.
Okay, that works right there. Let me see.
Just quickly like wrenches off the weird like creep vines that she was trying to trail as camo, throws them down, and you just hear and then there's nothing down that alley. As she catches her breath up on the tile.
Luckily enough, you hear him keep running. And you hear the sound of the boots starting to fade as he gets further away. You don't hear the cries of witch or anything like that. So it wasn't noticed how you got away. It's dark. Couldn't quite see what happened. And you lay there pounding. The only thing is his boots kind of fade in the night. It's just replaced almost in the same rapid beat, but you realize it's your heart pounding in your ears. Where have the rest of you gone to? Ori, everybody comes running out of the alleyways. Ori's not to be seen. Now, Proximo, you saw what happened. You don't know anything past that.
Yeah, I'll let everybody know that she went down a different corner. Just look at everybody and be like, shrug my shoulders back. Sorry, she went down a different corner. I didn't exactly have time to stop.
Going?
I guess, which, count everyone. Where's Ori? Which way did she go?
First right when we got out.
And that's where Proximo's confused, because as he turned around and looked, he goes, well, she went this way, so that's the right. But he turns around, she actually went to the left, but he's saying the right.
Okay. Here, let's see if L gets that.
Nope.
No, L doesn't get that.
So she went to the right.
Okay, so that means we'll probably meet up with her if we go that way, and I guess he'll point the opposite way.
While you didn't grow up here, the little bit y'all have done through and what you run through, these alleyways cut and twist, and she could have gone to the right, but you found her on another block somewhere down to the left, because just the way things, you don't know where she was going to go, but you know it's like a maze in between buildings.
Bless me, sorry.
Bless you.
Well, she knows where we're going. She knows that we're going up north, so we're gonna just have to trust that she can catch up with us.
That's what I did.
Keep an eye out for her.
Is there a way up onto the rooftops from here?
Well, I've got a really good idea though. We need to get a little further away from these guys, but I think I can get her attention. And I'm going to take out I'll take my lute out and give like a little smile and like a little strum of one of the chords.
As he does this, all of you, the streets are mostly barren. And he sees Elle smile and start to strum his lute.
No. A single strum, just one chord.
I grab his lute. I mute it with my hand. And I'm gonna.
I wasn't gonna do like a dilly-loo.
Elle, please. I don't think we want that kind of attention.
Elle just sets up the bat signal.
Well, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the Ori signal. Okay, fine. He'll put the lute away.
Is there a way to the rooftops from here?
Well, yeah, not all of them are going to be easy, but there are some that you can get on, an awning here, a ledge there. You're looking around. You're starting to hear in the distance. You can tell back towards the way you came. You can hear like the ding, 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 ding. You can hear bells being rung, which, a lot of the watch, they'll have bells with them to start alerting other people, other guards. So you know that in short order, more guards are going to be starting heading to this area.
Our area or to the
This
area we were
area of
just at?
town.
Okay.
You don't know what all directions they're going to come from, though. So you know that the chance of encountering guards, it's not like y'all are like 5 hours away. Y'all are literally like, have been running for like 5 minutes.
I'm gonna start doing my bird call.
Okay. Now, is this something that everybody's going
So
to...
you're allowed to make noise, but I can't?
Show me the string on your lute that makes a bird call.
I perfectly play the bird call.
Give me that performance roll.
Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
DC 35.
Well, Fang, give me a performance roll, too, so see how well he matches your stuff.
Oh, I regret saying that because I wasn't gonna actually do that, but now I have to.
We're not. No.
No?
What are you talking?
What? I mean, I said it. I said it as a joke, but I mean,
I'm not going to
still
force
said
you
it.
to do it. It's just like, okay, sure.
Oh.
I could see Elle
Never mind.
doing that. Like, oh, and you can't. Well, here, look, I can make the same sound.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and preface. I'm not doing it. So even if I succeed amazingly, I just want to know what I would have rolled.
Sick.
Yep, that's right on cue.
Elle at his finest.
Listen,
Play you the song of the bird people.
Okay, so Fang starts like making a bird call.
The finch calls.
Okay. Are you trying to see if there's any finches in the area, or?
Both. Just as a sound that isn't, somebody playing a lute in an empty street, but a sound that isn't unnatural to be heard outside. It might be night, but
Is your intention
It's-
trying to signal Ori? Because I don't know.
Yeah.
Does Ori even know about the connection between the birds? And so, I mean, they were around, but was anything ever really explained to anyone other than you what they were for? I don't.
I mean, I think she might know because we followed it out of the patch. And
Okay.
I'll try to send if any of them show up, I'll try to, send them out towards the the way we ran from.
Roll me a percentile die, and Ori, roll me a perception check with disadvantage. Fang, roll me a d4. One little finch shows up, and by the time you're trying, your blood pressure has dropped a little bit. Finally, you hear like one of those little finches. You hear one of those a bird call that you remember Little Mouse, one of the birds she had. You can hear that like off in the distance.
Do I see like a pathway across the rooftops to actually follow that?
You know, it's like, hey, I heard this sound to the north of me somewhere, but you look across and there's just rooftops. You're in a big city, a business area. There's varying height rooftops. You don't see any birds, but you don't see any immediate streets. You see alleys like from where you are, and you can see between some buildings where an alley would be, but you're seeing rooftops.
I'm going to do my best to scramble across in the general direction. If there's any kind of funky gap that looks like
You're trying to go rooftop to rooftop kind of thing?
it's just slowly picking my way across, but I mean, I'm going to lean heavily on that guidance angle.
Okay, yeah, give me athletics or acrobatics as you move across. Some of them are easy to jump through, no problem. There's some that'll have like, hey, there's actually a wooden plank laying between buildings. Others are that gap may be a little wide, but overall, and yeah, a little bird shows up, Fang. Kind of perches on your shoulder.
You want tower or just base?
Now you'll know if you screw up. So go ahead.
Oh no.
So you go to like, yeah, I got this, and you jump, and you miss time or misstep the placement of your feet, and you catch like your sternum like into the corner of it as you don't make it all the way, and you fall. Landing on your back for 3 and just knocking the wind out of you, kind of, you take 3 points of damage. What are you doing with the bird, Bang?
I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna try to send it. Kind of. I'm trying to like give it a direction, like a one-word direction, almost like something uncomplicated that I might have like gotten that I could have done from Little Mouse.
Yeah, well, you know, the little bit she explained to you, because she never told you exactly how it works. You know, she sets up for communication, basically setting up not a spy network, but just that communication type thing to send secret messages or stuff like that. Typically, you know, they may have something attached to them, like a leg, or she's trained it to find somebody and lead them, stuff like that. Not to like, hey, dude, go up there and look for my friend.
Right.
Isn't
I
grab them by the hand and pull them back over.
and they're trained to do these things, so you don't know what this bird's training is, but it showed up because it knows it's trained to come to the call.
Does it have like a it wouldn't. Okay. I don't really have a way to write a note, I guess.
I'm looking for a getting up off of my back.
Yeah,
I'm
you can.
looking
That's not a
for
problem. You get up, you just realize like, oh fuck, that was.
Do I see anyone in eye shot? Is there like a darkened corner?
It's a dark alley you're in. Yeah.
I'm gonna try casting invisibility again.
Okay. Yep.
Oof. Thank God. All right, I'm just gonna immediately dissolve out of the space, and then slowly, I've got an hour, carefully walk my way to the north.
Okay. You're doing that. What else?
I'll probably just have the bird do its call with me as well. Just so it's now, instead of one bird, it's not two.
You see a group of 7 guards coming up the street at like a slow trot.
Who does?
The main group.
I'll send the bird towards them and well, actually, I'll leave the bird on the roof and slip down.
What's everybody else doing? There's Like I say, it's not where they're immediate, but because of them having their light sources and stuff, they're all carrying torches, and they're at like a slow trot heading down the road that y'all are near. The way I'm picturing it, y'all are kind of like, here's a main road, and y'all are like in an alley just off of it.
Mm.
What do y'all want to do?
I mean,
Do we split up here and go 2 different directions, or do we stay together? Or in multiple directions?
I think we try and let them slip past because, they lost us.
okay.
So y'all are all going to try to hide in the alley?
I mean,
I don't want to just hide in like an alley that would just be like they just walk down the street and then you just see like 6 dudes standing in the alley.
Quick, look natural.
Right.
See, Kirsch leans against the wall and is like, hey, big boys. He's just holding, he's got his boots over his shoulders.
Maybe a little bit out of the way. I don't know exactly the scenario, but yeah, I'm just basically trying to not make it look like.
Well, yeah, I was just saying, if y'all want to hide in the alley, is like y'all are looking for oh, hey, I'm going to get back around this building. I'm going to get behind that box.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
So y'all go ahead and give me stealth checks with advantage, because it's dark and there's things that y'all can easily get behind.
Yeah. Advantage. Stealth.
Does the town have a curfew? Why wouldn't it be weird to just see a group of friends hanging out?
Yeah. What the hell, man?
No, there's no curfew, but y'all are kind of in the business district, and all the businesses are closed.
There's no bars in here?
Not in the area you're at, no.
What the hell? That doesn't sound right.
You were at a doctor's office, or was a pawn shop not too far away, those kinds of things. Who didn't roll? Where's that everybody?
Me.
Proximo.
Scott, you still with us?
What was that?
Roll a stealth check with advantage.
Oh, my bad.
Advantage.
Tower.
Oh, too late. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
We're not. That's fine.
Good thing you had that advantage.
Yeah.
And good thing Kursk has a +2. They trot past you.
You guys just become various barrels and boxes.
Dun 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 dun.
Dun, dun.
Kursk does the whole Arnold Schwarzenegger mud wall thing.
Do 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 do.
It's not Pink Panther.
Pink Panther's a detective. He's not stealthy.
No, the Pink Panther is stealthy because the detective can't find him.
What's Ori up to?
I don't know. Ori got invisible and is heading north.
Right.
You travel for a little bit,
kind of.
and you're hearing the bell. You see various guards, anywhere from 2 to 10 in groups, converging on that area where y'all just came from. Give me a perception check again.
Wow, we're popular.
Yeah, we are.
Oh shit! Cool.
Nothing ever happens in this town.
You hear the bird calls. It sounds like it's not too far away. You turn an alley, and give me another perception check.
I tried. I really did.
All right, chums. I actually do got to go to bed though. I'll talk to y'all later.
All right. Later,
Okay.
Dater.
Good night, dude. Bradley get muted?
God damn it! I didn't unmute myself. No, this is great. After now, I'm going to repeat myself. You come around this corner, and everybody has positioned themselves so that those guards coming by earlier, they couldn't be seen. But from this side, they are wide open. You see people hiding like tucked down behind a box. There's like a tarp. Curse has got a tarp, and he's kind of holding it up and leaning against the wall. But you know he's got it turned forward, so you see him holding it up. Fang is like laying on the ground and like behind a smaller box. But you see everybody. You rolled a nat 20 on the perception check with you, so you had a 26.
I'm gonna
and
slowly
Leora had a
walk.
24 for her stealth, so you even see her. She's like up on a
gonna
windowsill, like inside of it, kind of.
Okay, I'm gonna take an extra moment and just kind of be like super impressed by that one.
You almost
I'm gonna
missed her,
walk
but
over-
you see her.
Walk over to where Fang is laying completely prostrate as part of the ground, and still invisibly. I'm just gonna kind of go, "Whew, glad that's over," and sit down on him.
So you hear Ori's voice, but something's like you feel weight on you all of a sudden. Bang!
Oh, fuck.
They got you.
No!
So he's actually you're sitting on Little
Jizz.
Mouse because he's kind
Oh.
of.
That's disrespectful, man.
Wow, that's
Oh.
disrespectful.
You deserve to be punched for that.
You
Well, it
can
wasn't an
always just
attack,
sit
so I'm gonna
on
get back
not
up.
Little Mouse.
I'm gonna aim for his calves.
Yeah,
There you
you probably would have had the bag beside you on the ground. I was just like, that's funny. It's like you sit on Little Mouse. Y'all wait here for a while, letting shit hopefully die down. It's now about midnight when you feel it's kind
At
of.
some point while we're chilling, the invisibility just kind of falls off.
While y'all discuss what you want to do, I'm going to take a puppy outside. Be right back.
Okay. All right. Well,
we were nearly this close to me burning down half the city.
yeah. It's okay. We're all
Ori,
good.
don't you ever do that again.
We're all good.
You what?
Don't you
Survive?
Don't you dare run off like that again. I'm gonna lose it.
Even though he's upset with you, El kind of thinks you did sort of the right thing, like splitting off. I mean, you got out alive, so I mean, you split them off and allowed us this chance. So I'll give you kind of like a little nod, like, and a thumbs up, like you did good. Good job,
I
Ori.
don't exactly know how many times you've had crowds chasing after you, but
Do you know how many
you're
taverns?
kind of
I've been
making
kicked out of?
decisions as you go.
So many times.
Yeah, you know how many? Yeah, you know how many taverns I've been kicked out of for my playing? Lots of times.
Well, okay, but that time they just want to see you out to the tavern. They don't want to find you and kill you. I hope.
I mean, I mean,
Yeah, sure. That was it. That nothing else unbeknownst happened. I certainly didn't do anything with anybody, male or female.
what?
Where is this going?
Where-
No,
I'm
I'm
lost.
I'm joshing with you. I'm joshing with you.
What are we joshing?
Oh, have you never heard that term? It's
No, I know what it means. I want to know what you're fucking talking about when you say I'm just what is the Josh? You know, like what
there's
what
no
joke
Josh.
is there?
There is no Josh.
I'm gonna have a stroke.
There is only Zool.
You know, I say that at work all the time, and people either don't know what I'm talking about, or they just don't care, and they will usually respond back with, "Okay, Zool, can you tell me what's going on?" Fuck.
I'm back.
Welcome
Welcome
back.
back.
So,
So
it's
yeah,
midnight. What are y'all gonna do?
Haul ass.
yeah, we need to get as far away from here as possible before they get more guards on the case to spread out.
Okay, haul ass to where? I say, with it being midnight now, y'all have been up. What was it when y'all left out? Y'all have been up about 14 hours.
That's fine. That's fine.
I'm working on that myself.
We're
so,
good.
Your method acting.
Yes.
Right? Are we still? Before we run off again, are we still worried about? There's a boat that's supposed to be taking us somewhere. Like I feel like we missed it 3 days ago at this point. Versus potentially this creep going after somebody that you guys met. And we've got Little Mouse right there. Like I almost sat on her.
Elle is going to look Ori dead in the eyes. We are not leaving until he's dead.
I just point my thumb at L. Just give him a. Mhm.
You doing?
All right.
So y'all are,
we head off to the north. Yep.
okay. You start heading that way, making sure you're still put normal patrols. You evade here and there, try not to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
Making our way up north.
You get there. Give me a history check to see if you remember the address. You can do it with advantage because it wasn't that long ago and it's important to you.
But I said I took the book.
Did?
We found the book.
You found the
mean,
book. I
he
don't
does
remember you
take
saying
the-
I'd take it with me. Now, if you did, that's fine. I'm
Pretty
just
sure
saying.
he takes every book.
I would have. Okay, sorry, I wouldn't have taken the whole thing. I would have ripped that page out though.
Okay, because he was like, "Yeah, you found a book, you read it, and you're like, cool, let's go." Or that's what.
There's a
what I-
Rolodex bolted to the desk. Elle just ripped it out.
Okay. You eventually find it. Lights are off. I mean, this is midnight. It's a residential area. It's quiet. It's more low rent. It's the buildings aren't nearly as nice here. You can tell this is a more of a poor area. But it's quiet.
When we find it, I want to test the door first and make sure that
It's locked.
I
Is
don't
there
want to
blood?
actually try to open it. I'm gonna look. Yeah, is there a sign that is there any sign? Has it been forced open? Is it
looks
ajar?
No, it looks closed.
Okay. Any blood and anything at all?
Not that you can see.
All right. I want to give the doorknob a little wiggle
Locked.
as quietly as possible.
Yeah, it's locked.
Okay. So that means that either he already got here, or he already
Somebody
beat
just
us
open
here
a door.
somewhere else.
Leora, please.
No. I mean, did
Yeah,
somebody just like make a
this-
door opening
I can
sound?
actually, yeah.
I told you the door was locked. Don't do that sound yet.
Okay. Here's a question. Are we going? Are we just going in?
Elle,
Why would
what if he's not here?
Ah, jeez, this is gonna be.
You're breaking into some old woman's house.
this is
A sick old
some
woman.
lady's home?
Yeah, potentially a victim though.
Okay. What if we knock first?
There you go. Nice and
All right.
civilized.
Get the crowbar.
Leora here. Leora, come stand next to me.
I want you in front of me if shit goes bad.
I'll set the western wall on fire.
Now, Leora, fire the gun only if it's him and only him and no innocent civilians in front of, next to, or behind him.
All I heard was fire the gun and innocent civilians.
At that point, the camera kind of flashes back, and you see her like leveling the gun and two people's heads exploding.
You know what? How about you just stick to your sword? Forget about the gun.
And are you?
It's
Do
gonna
not
be
have
loud. It's gonna
weapons drawn.
Are y'all using
gonna be
any kind of
loud.
light source? As you've gotten further towards this area, the lighting is there's still street lamps, but they become less and less. So it's very dark where you're at, and the house
Just
is
get a
dark.
torch out.
Yeah, let's get a
Pull out
torch.
my hooded
Cool.
Open the
lantern.
door.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, Leora and I will knock on the door.
No answer.
All right.
Knock
I'll
louder.
pick the lock.
No, I'm gonna knock louder. Hang
No,
on.
all it took was one. I'm taking it.
I cut his hands off.
Ah!
He knocks with bloody stumps as she's trying to pick the door.
You're picking a lock. Is that what you said, Leora?
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. It's poor area. The locks are super easy to open in this with these types. So
Rusty.
yeah, you just like flip it open.
Weapons drawn, but I'm being more careful to not like keep them out where I might accidentally stab someone without intending to.
Yes, my.
And I'm just going to like kind of whisper shout in like, Jenny, are you here?
It's quiet.
Your gentleman suitor calling.
All right, I'm going in.
I follow.
Okay, Fang, you've got the light source. Are you going or staying outside or what?
I suppose I'll go in.
Okay, as y'all step in, this is a very small place.
I'm outside.
I'm assuming Kursk and Proximo are outside, or what are y'all doing?
Proximo went to bed.
Yeah, that's right. So Proximo's hanging out outside. What's Kursk do?
Sounds like Kursk is falling asleep.
Possibly.
He's dead, actually.
I'm poking both of them like, how do you guys just like fall asleep standing up like that?
Ori, give me a perception check.
Shit. I hear boots.
No, but you're like, you three are outside. The others are just starting to go in. You kind of, at the corner of your eye, you think you see something. You turn and look, and there's somebody like in a window of a house over there. You see like the shutters open just a little bit, and you see somebody like watching you, like from another home. I mean, y'all were just banging on a door and stuff at midnight. So apparently,
Were we banging on it?
We knocked on it. We weren't like trying to break the damn door down.
I see them like looking at us.
yeah, it's like some like the nosy neighbor peeking through the blinds, except it's the shutter that's just kind of barely pushed open.
I'm just gonna give him a big old grin and just be like, "Hello."
They'd never expect it.
Yeah, the shutter just kind of like closes when you do that. I'm assuming that Jack is passed out now.
I'm still here, fading in and out.
Okay, are you staying outside or going in? Proximo and Ori are outside of the house. This is a small home.
Is this
In the main place.
Leora's mom's house?
No,
No.
It sure is, buddy. It sure is.
It's that's right. It's the other people's house. The girl and her mom.
There was no answer at the door. The lock got picked.
I'm not nearly fucking stealthy enough to try and creep around in this house. I will stay outdoors.
Okay.
Keep a watch.
Y'all walk in. It's dark. As you and Leora kind of step out to the side and fan out a hair, and Fang walks in behind you with the lantern. The light casts across a scene of horror. as you see body pieces laying everywhere. Hands, feet, legs, torsos. You see the back of one head. An older head is facing you. It's laying in the bed. There's pieces laying on a table. A couple are like nailed up on the walls, and in blood across the back wall, you can read, "Don't worry, I'll put them back together better."
I get a
Oh my
glimpse of this,
god!
and I just turn around and I walk out.
I'm gonna stare in horror at this scene before me.
I'm gonna say, it's horrible. Actually, no. All three of you, give me a wisdom save, DC 15.
Could have just left town.
Do I get disadvantage on that?
Because you're exhausted.
Oh, yep, that's accurate.
Yep. So, Leora, this is horrible, and you barely hold it together. You've seen horrible things before. You've done horrible things before, so you turn away and just don't think about it. The Fang and L, D10 insanity points for y'all.
Okay.
Or is it there were like 7 hands and 4 torsos?
So,
Nothing but hands in here. What the hell?
yeah.
So, painted on
L
the
is
wall, it says
going
jazz
to-
hands.
Exactly. L's gonna probably drop his weapons and fall to his knees and just stare at the wall, like mouth just agape, eyes, like wide and bulging in just absolute horror.
Yeah, I walk back out the door and I just kind of shake my head to the others.
I'm gonna say L is at this point he's paralyzed. He can't stop staring at it. He's thinking in his head, if only we didn't give up the chase. If we kept up with him, we could have grabbed him. He stopped at his shop. I knew where his shop was. We could have caught him.
Are you thinking this, or are you saying this out loud?
No, I'm thinking this.
Okay.
Like I'm like all this is kind of internalized.
Kursk, you
And,
and Ori, you see as Leora immediately just walks out, but her face is pale, and just that look of disgust and pain and whatever other emotions that she may be feeling, she can say. But you can tell by her face, nothing good's in there.
I walk up to L, and I crouch down next to him. We're sore losers, aren't we?
It's my fault. This is all my fault. I'm like whispering, like I'm kind of like mumbling this, like you're hearing this.
I don't think it's as much of your fault as you think it is.
But no, I I went looking for him to help her. I introduced them. I told him to go to her. She needed help. Her mother needed help. I brought this upon them. Upon her. This is
Fang's gonna lift you up by the arm to look me in the eyes.
he is even if you pick him up, he's not going to stop staring at the wall.
Then I'm gonna grab your face.
And while
Strength check.
before he turns, you see he stands you up. You say there was the old lady's facing you. You see her face. There's another head. The only thing you see is the back of it, the hair, but the hair's the same color and same length as what Jenny's was, but you don't see the face.
Where is Ginny's allegedly Ginny's head?
It's across the room. It's just on the floor.
Like-
The old lady's head is on the bed, like on the pillow, like where it would be resting, but it's facing the door. The other one's like on the floor near the foot of the bed, but facing the wall.
Um, is
Well,
Fang still doing
yeah,
something?
yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna if you try to like force me, physically force me into anything, I'm gonna resist you.
I'm not forcing you to do anything. I'm just trying to make you look at me.
Yeah, you're. Well, yeah. Then come stand in front of me then.
Sure.
Is this a freestanding house?
Roll me percentile dice. No, it's the same thing. These houses are like side by side, or the gaps that may be between them are only a couple of foot.
Okay.
L.
Nothing you say is going to change that I did this. This is on me.
He was doing this before we came to town, and these people died, but somebody was going to die regardless.
L's gonna kind of start to get mad now, and he's gonna actually now focus on Fang and look at Fang and say, "Doesn't matter if he was doing it before we got here. The fact is that I brought her to his attention. It could have been somebody else. It should have been somebody else."
Fang's just gonna look at Little Mouse's dead body. Yeah, it should have been somebody else. And then I'll look back up into your eyes.
I look a little sad, not quite as angry, a little deflated, but I'm going to say that's not the same. It was an
L.
assassin sent after you. He had a target. This man had no target, and I gave him one.
Don't you realize that any sick person was his target? Whether or not you pointed them out makes no difference to him.
Well, if this is just another target to him, then what's this? And I'm going to point to the wall with the writing clearly made out to us, to me in particular. This was just another victim. He wouldn't have left that here.
I think he would have left it if he knew he'd upset us in any capacity. You know, even if you hadn't done this, and we knew, and we did the same thing tonight, and even if you hadn't pointed them out, who's to say he wouldn't have gone to pick somebody else out of his book to just keep reaping?
And who's to say that somebody else wouldn't have caught him? And who's to say that he wouldn't have picked another victim somewhere on the other side of town?
Who's to say he won't?
I'm going to break away from Fang. I'm going to make my way slowly over to the head on the floor. And I'm going to very gently, as I can, pick it up and turn it over because I have to know for sure. I have to see it for myself with my own eyes.
So you pick up the head, and the hair is cold. You just feel that you can feel death radiating off of it. And you slowly turn it into the light, and you just see her dead eyes and her face. The eyes are kind of rolled up into her head, her mouth slack, and it's Jenny.
Ever since Leora walked out, I'm going to be digging a hole in the front yard.
There's not really a yard. You're looking at, it's right off the street.
Planter.
Yeah, well, I'm saying, yeah.
I'm going to
Whatever's up against the foundation.
my hands are shaking in both anger and just absolute hatred towards this man, but also in sadness and fear for what I've done and what I brought upon her. And I'm going to, gently close her eyes. And then I'm going to set her head down on, I guess I'm going to set it down on the bed. And I'm going to afterwards turn to Fang. Fang, I mean this in the nicest, friendliest way possible. So long as this man is alive, I'm not getting on any fucking boat. And I want to look for any clues. I want to try and pick up the trail again.
There's blood everywhere. You don't know if it would be his or theirs or a mixture. There's nothing outside.
I'm looking for blood leading from that. Okay.
You don't find a trace of blood outside anywhere. It's like he was here and gone.
I want to look down every nearby alley. I'm not stopping my search.
And the rest of y'all see him being in this frantic state, just searching and searching. You know what he's doing. Y'all don't see anything. He's not seeing anything, and the longer he's not finding anything, it's the more frantic he gets. What are y'all doing?
I'm
I'll
making a
watch him
hole in the
for a
ground.
bit before I'll let him go on for a little while before I intervene.
What about Leora, Curse? What are y'all doing? Did they both pass out?
Nope, she breathed.
I'm just standing there. I'm a little bit shell shocked still, but calmer than you might expect.
It's technically the next day now, so Kursk is probably starting to feel a little irpy.
But yeah, it's
a little bit starting to come on.
I'd say it's probably 12:15 now. By the time the time you've spent here. Or I'm sorry, y'all left y'all were in the alley at midnight. So yeah, so it's at least 1:00 now.
All right. We're leaving.
Where you're digging a hole.
Kursk is starting to get that look about him where he's not feeling too great.
Looks like he's been hit in the face with a frying pan.
Yeah, it wasn't feeling good to begin with. Even the healing
Yeah,
helped your physical stuff.
I'm already poisoned. I'm exhausted. I'm poisoned. I have a fucking sewer disease.
Yeah, you smell like sewage still. Gotta give those guards
Yeah,
advantage
it's
to find y'all.
not a good day to be cursed.
All right. When Leora says that, Elle's gonna say, "You're welcome to leave, but I'm not, and I'm gonna keep looking."
And what you're digging? Is the hole? Is this with your bare hands? Are you using a spell? What are you?
I don't have a spell to dig holes, but I do have a pair of sickles for
Medicinal purposes.
plants, tilling soil, anything. Yeah. Anyway, just
Renowned hole digging tools, sickles.
Yeah. Anyway, because that was what was at hand. If it seems like it's
If your purpose is to like dig a hole to bury these people in, you're pretty much just tilling the soil up with your blades. You can scoop some out as you loosen it up with your sickles, and then scoop it out with your hands. But you're not going to dig a grave, not anytime quickly, with what you have available.
I just made an assumption based on the reaction as Leora came out. I'm like, well, okay.
There's no point in doing that.
Well, I mean, I'd just burn it down, but they've got neighbors.
He'll just dig them up for the parts.
Well, that's just, I don't want him to. I'd rather there weren't any parts left.
Well, that would be nice, but I'd rather not start any fires in a neighborhood like this. We're leaving. Let's go find an inn. I'll get Elle.
You really think he's going to listen?
Oh, no, he won't. I'll get him, though.
Want me to bless your gun again?
I'd rather not have to resort to that.
Okay. Wait and see. We'll stop digging at any rate.
Okay, y'all try to fix her L or do what you're gonna do real quick. I have a request from my wife to bring her some water. And since I have a cushy life and get to play all the time, I'm not gonna refuse that. I'll be right back.
Jeez.
Man, that man is living the dream.
Getting water requests at 3:30 in the morning. All right, now I'm going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on L, and then when he can't refuse being pulled along because he's laughing too much, that's how we get him to get on the fucking boat.
No. I refuse. Unfortunately, can't do any counter spell. I can do a counter charm, but I don't think that counts.
Or I cast Reduce on him and we just put him in a backpack. All lightning?
I'll fucking cast sleep on you.
You can't cast that much. I've got more hit points than you can possibly cast sleep for.
I guess I'll have to reduce them then.
I don't think that's how it works. I think it's max hit points against sleep roll.
I think when you're bleeding and your health is low, things start to get a little fuzzy there. And I think maybe, just maybe, you'll slip into the realm of sleep just a little bit easier.
right, change my mind. We're casting levitate on him, and we're just floating him back to the harbor.
You still have to concentrate on it though, so I can still try and sleep you.
L's up there, like floating upside down, trying to reach for an arrow. On you.
The floating bard. It's my newest trick.
That won't draw any attention as we walk back through town. Be like, oh, look, a witch, and walk away.
Put me down, Ori. Rah, 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 rah.
I'm back. What happened?
Well, we actually waited for you.
Yeah, we all
Deciding
bullshitted.
what's
Oh,
happening
okay.
with L.
We're making
Gonna
it.
turn
We're making
L
it
into a
easier. So
balloon.
that nope. L refuses. L
like-
does not consent.
I like your hashtag now.
Oh, it's been that way since the beginning of this session.
Oh, was it? I just now looked up and saw it.
I kind of assumed that. I kind of guessed that something bad was gonna. I was hoping this was more in lieu of Little Mouse than anything else. But now it's like, actually, it deserves to be all caps now. L
I like Brandon's too.
L just. It's just L has trauma. Exclamation points. That's too many exclamation points. There we go. 5. 5 is like the maximum amount of exclamation points.
Yep, 6 has just jumped the shark.
Yeah, 6 is too much. It's like when you say hey, it's like 2 Ys, 3 Ys. Anything past that is like, what the hell? Did you fall asleep on the Y button?
Yeah, did your button get stuck?
Yeah.
Okay, so what are y'all doing? L is frantically searching for any kind of clue you can find, or you realize that this is kind of futile what you're doing.
Well, so Leora did say that she had a way to bring L back, so I'm just kind of chilling here next to my patient, who seems to be a bit narcoleptic.
And what's Leora doing?
Chris, can you help us grab him?
I surely will attempt to grab him with my disadvantage.
Are you
Are you done?
still carrying your boots, or did you put them back on?
Kursk will put his boots back on.
Leora?
Now that he's not in combat rounds.
L, are you done?
I'm going to just glare at you. No, I'm not done. I haven't found him yet. Are you going to just stand there or are you going to help me?
You need to realize that we are not meant for happy endings. There are 100 more creeps like him in this town that would love to wring the necks of every little girl. We survived. We move on. You cannot let every little tragedy consume you. There is work to be done.
Damn it. All right, L's a little L's smart enough to not say what he wanted to say. L's gonna just continue glaring at her. I understand that, but this is my fault. I can't just leave after leading this fucking murderer to her and her mother. It's my fault that this happened.
So, what then? You're just going to run off on your own, hunt him down, probably be killed by him. Even if you do kill him, what does that accomplish? There are plenty more men like him to take his place.
Yeah, but do all of those men put their victims back together and turn them into vessels for torture, or pleasure, whatever fucked up reasons they have?
Don't know? Don't care? Not my problem anymore.
Okay, I'll still roll an okay. Then I guess I'll be seeing you around then. And I'm gonna just keep looking. At this point, I'm mostly doing it just out of loss for like I still haven't found anything, and I'm just hoping at this point to just luck upon something. So it's kind of clear that I'm not like looking very smartly or very actively, and I'm just kind of like just hoping something pops out to me. It's a very
Druid
defeated
craft
kind of
some bloody
searching.
footprints.
Yeah. I say it's also middle of the night. It's dark. You're looking, but your brain also tells you you're not going to find any clues in the dark. You either need to come back later to hopefully find something, not be implicated in any of these going ons, and at the same time, you know that Fang wants to take Little Mouse back home, put her to rest, to help his family and his country. You've heard the turmoils and the strife going on there. Very torn and conflicted, but does the rational side or the irrational way, win out? Are you going to continue this and make a new character to they find along the way? No, I'm serious. I mean, it's one of those deals that like, no, I'm going to make a new
That's true.
character. This guy's staying here. His storyline stays in this town to hunt this dude forever. I'm fine with that. That's up to you what you want to do as a player. I don't want to force you like, hey, here's a storyline for my guy. All the other players need to force you into going and doing something. I mean, it's a dramatic breakaway, but it's like I want to play this character still.
Yeah.
He did have an incredibly moving song for Little Mouse specifically that we are still carrying and need to take somewhere. I'm just going to throw that out there.
It's in all honesty, me watching, trying to watch this unfold as I'm watching a movie. It's like, oh my god, this is a tough choice for that character. What do they do?
You know what? L is pretty upset with everyone right now. He probably feels that everyone's just kind of blowing it off as it's not their responsibility. Like, oh, we didn't kill the guy. Oops. Okay, well, we got better things to do. Bye now. So he's that doesn't sit well with him at all. And
You're right, Gate.
yeah, he probably does. Well, L's kind of always, L's character is like he's a bard. He's an idealistic dreamer. He knows that everything's everything's like a it's not perfect. It's a big dangerous world out there. But this is something that he feels that he specifically caused. Like this is his fault, and it's his responsibility to reconcile it in some way. And the only thing that he can think of right now is to kill this man. So he wants to find him and kill him. And God, I don't know. It does give me such a good, like, what would L actually want to do? Would L see reason, and would he let go, and would it just haunt him for the rest of his life? That what if, or would he decide, what, I'm staying, I'm not leaving, I'm going to kill this man at whatever cost. If you guys are leaving, good riddance.
Kursk approaches Elle.
Cracks him over the head.
Elle. What would your mother want for you? Would she want you to stay here in this town? Probably never finding this man. Or would she want you to move on? Not asking you to forget.
Elle is going to punch Kursk in the face.
Elle's gonna try.
He's gonna try to punch Kursk in the face.
This is cinematic right here. Yeah. So he just punches Kursk right in the face. I mean, how do you react, Kursk?
I like tears are streaming.
Like a badass.
I'm like tears are streaming down my face, and I'm shouting at you like this is our fault. Take some goddamn responsibility. But I'm like, as I'm saying, I'm like sobbing through it at this point.
What
like,
the hell's going on out here? What's all this damn yelling? You see somebody from like the house opposite the street, not the one where the window was cracked open, but beside it, you see a couple of other shutters are kind of open and peeked out. Like down the street now, there's been a big commotion. There's definitely people are waking up to what's going on, or find out what's going on.
Sake.
Nice, Brandon. He's possessed. So won't be long, y'all will start drawing a crowd.
All right, look, I'm not going to force you to come with us.
You just get punched in the face?
Yeah, Kursk's a big man.
I still have 56 hit points left if he does 1 damage with his piddly little punch.
Yeah. It was just morbid curiosity if like your AC was like, doof. Huh. Anyway, please continue.
I'm not going to force you to come with us, but I think you should let it go. And Kirsty's going to pretend to move away and then try to do a knockout blow to L.
Okay, this is what you're gonna have to roll for that.
Yeah!
Unless L wants to play it cinematically to like let it do it. Yeah.
You can't see it through all the tears in his eyes.
I'll tell you what, I want to roll it. I still want to roll it, but I'll roll it at disadvantage because L's not in his right mind. He's crying, his vision's a little blurry, like he's kind of losing his shit here.
Say, unfortunately, mechanically, it's not built for that. Mechanically, it's like, okay, y'all are going to go fisticuffs. Does this happen? You can do cinema if you agree with it. You can do a Constitution check at disadvantage, and we'll say the curse. Give me a strength check, and that will be your DC. If you fail it, then you go and he knocks you out. Otherwise, you're like it's just you get clocked in the face.
Mm-hmm.
If that's how you want to play it. Otherwise, just because of the way the hit points and shit work. That's a 15.
So I'm rolling it. So I'm rolling Constitution
Yeah,
versus
make me
his strength, right?
Yeah, make me a con versus a DC 15. No, so you rolled an 8 plus, so 10 total versus his 15. So he goes fine, turns away, and then turns around and he's got that perfect form. Even though he's feeling like shit, he twists the hips just right and focuses everything into that punch. And L just kind of like stands there for a second, blinks, and then falls
I'm
backwards.
surprised. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it doesn't quite register yet that you're
Just cold cocks you.
that you're unconscious. It takes a few seconds for your brain to catch up for the fact that it's not working all good right now, as your body falls backward.
Like taking an unwilling party member onto a boat.
I just wanted to roll it because L wouldn't he just wouldn't give into it. He would try to fight it, so it had to be rolled.
No problem. Well, say I gave you the choice. Like y'all could go to fisticuffs till it got to that point, but it's just like, that's where a failing of this kind of mechanic system. You can't do those cool. Like I just want to knock him out. Okay, cool. So he's knocked out. What are the rest of you doing? I picture Kursk like just throwing him over his shoulder.
Yep. I'm looking for like some material we could wrap him up with. So we've got 2 bodies carried in.
Yep. So
I have some rope.
What about the dude that's like standing in his doorway yelling, "What the hell is going on out here? We're making so much damn noise. People trying to
Mind
sleep."
your business, geezer. Piss off.
Just a couple of drunks. Fuck you.
Sorry,
no, fuck you.
He had too many.
No, fuck you.
Oh, hey, what's your name?
You.
What's your name?
We leave.
Yeah.
You know that video I'm talking about, right?
What's your name? Fuck you. Fuck you.
Is that a fire over there? Yeah, fuck
No,
your
it's
mom.
specifically not.
Yeah, fuck you. Okay, so where are y'all headed?
Post haste to the docks, I assume.
Well, this is it's 1:00 at night, and y'all are on the north end of the city. So you're on the opposite end of the city from the docks.
I'd also like to point out that we literally haven't changed, except for maybe the masks from the sewers. So we all fuck. I'm just reminding everyone we look, smell, and probably sound awful.
So now that he's unconscious, Leora, as someone a bit more familiar with the comings and goings of boat-like things, since I think you're the only one I heard has been on one yet, do we know how long we have left?
It'll probably leave sometime tomorrow. I want to take a guess at afternoon.
Oh shit, I just knocked out the guy who knows when the boat's leaving.
I really have no idea.
Ella's the one that went and got the info? Oh,
That's awesome.
too many sessions have passed.
Now, to be fair, as much as I would love to keep quiet and not say anything, Elle did, in a previous session, did tell the rest of the party. Although, I don't think they believed him. I think they thought he was bullshitting, so that's up to them to decide. But Elle did say the actual date the boat was leaving.
Didn't believe him because it was too soon or because it was too far away?
Or because it was Elle.
It was because it was Elle.
Oh, God damn.
Yeah, Fang. It was when Fang was having like his fit, when he was all kind of losing his shit.
Which one?
You know,
One.
you know, one of them. So, you know, Fang, I don't know if I think Fang might have been the one who was like, "I don't believe you." He was questioning Elle. Elle said, "No, I went to the docks. This is what they said." So it's possible you guys thought that was total bullshit.
Yeah, both gone. Right. I want to.
But yeah, full disclosure, I did give the actual date. So
Yeah.
I know we're running real late here, so I just had one thing I wanted to try, which was use my. Actually, I want to compare notes with Leora on this one, since I've been in town more recently. She's got some roots here. If there was any place that liked to run like a 24-hour shop for folks who are on like shift work that still needed a good bath.
I would love to roll for that.
Sure. Give me history. Whoever's got the best one, to give me history check with advantage.
I have a -1.
I've got a +3.
There are places like that, but they're going to be down in the dock district, the opposite end of town from you, because that's mostly where shift workers are at, is down in the dock and warehouse districts. The people up in this end that do work are typically field workers. They work sun up, sun down, so they don't have need for such on this end of town.
Okay, but like we needed to make the transition either way.
I was just like, if it was important to where it's at, say you got to travel going, so, you're going back towards the docks. There's a place you can go to that place to clean up, or you've got Leora's mom's. I mean, you got the harbor. You got places to go. I didn't know if you were looking for something specifically close. I'm sorry, I cut you off. What was that?
I'm cool with heading down to the docks.
I'll throw some coin in if it means everyone's clean and gets like a place to put up a little bit of a kip.
And you also remember
I
that
need some salt.
this isn't a horse eater.
Like a lot of salt.
This isn't a horse eater.
Like an inordinate amount of salt. Like enough to preserve a body for like
I can
2.5
save you
months.
all the salt, for the record.
Yeah, you remember that he could cast preserve. He was doing that before you all left.
Doesn't that require salt, or are you just going to do it?
No material cost.
Okay.
A pinch of salt.
An inordinate amount of salt.
But but I think it lasts a week, doesn't it?
10 days.
10 days. So a salt shaker, or maybe a 1
Just
pound bag of salt.
An ungodly amount of salt.
Yes. Piles.
Mounds.
Back up the dump truck.
I also need vinegar. And we're just going to pickle her instead. So you make your way back across town, dodging guards. The commotion dies down behind you. Nobody's noticed that there was anything foul had gone on yet. Just that maybe drunks arguing, fighting. Leora handled that perfectly with, like, her comments. Shut up, grumpy old man. F you. The standard things that people do and yell at each other.
The perfect charisma.
Yeah.
Standard piss poor.
You make your way through town. Were you heading for one of these shift station cleanup things, or for Delilah's?
So I assumed that she was only going to have one bathtub or barrel to wash in.
Well,
so
yeah.
I was going to go toward a place we could actually spend.
Bringing a corpse to my mother's.
Well, I'm just saying that you've also got a corpse and an unconscious guy.
I'd just like to point out.
So carrying them into a shift station clean house might raise some concerns also.
Hey, mine is wrapped up.
Well, and the other one, he just drank too much. All right, look, if I can get cleaned up for a minute, I can drag him over to Leora's mom's or something, or just keep him outside.
And then
you can take turns. It's a shift station. We can just monitor him on the street.
Yeah, let's just hose him down real quick.
Okay, so you get there, whatever order y'all feel like taking it, all at once, one at a time. You get through there. Couple of points. You've had some people come up kind of interested in your package there. They seem more on the shady end than like on the law end. You shoo them off, disinterest them.
cut you.
The smell helps with the disinterest. Eventually everybody gets cleaned up enough. Now most of your clothes are stained and ruined, but you don't smell like you walk straight out of the sewer. You definitely have been in the sewers, but not immediate. There's only so much the soap here can cover up. And what are you doing for the? I'm gonna say it's about 5 in the morning now. By the time y'all have gotten across town, carrying people, bodies, avoiding law enforcement, being quiet, and getting here and getting cleaned up. And this is January,
Leora's
so
mom's
you're
house on the way.
do what?
Is Leora's mom's house on the way?
It will still be in the dock district, but basically it's going to be to the west of where y'all are at.
I'm wondering if Proximo has time to say goodbye.
Your
Yeah, I
music
just wanna
box is
double
there
check
also.
Just
Okay.
Proximo?
Yes, just Proximo.
Only Proximo.
Okay. Alright.
I'm saying your music box is at her house
Okay.
as well.
I mean, that's whatever at this point. I only killed several people.
The unconscious dude slung over Kursk's shoulder might be interested in it, by the way.
Oh, here's the last gift Little Mouse ever gave me. A lot of sentimental value, but fuck it, whatever.
Yeah, no, we're gonna go get our stuff.
I want to break away. I'll give them a quick, I'm not going to say nothing. Just like, I'm just going to go make sure the boat's still actually there.
I would say on your way to the house, y'all will pass by. You can see the red sails and the distinctive, like fish fin shape of them, the way they're cut. It stands out. So it's still in harbor.
Did we actually have guaranteed passage on this boat yet?
Nobody's asked shit about getting on the boat yet. Just when does it leave?
I don't have enough gold on me, guys.
So you make your way to Delilah's. She's up already cooking some breakfast, getting ready to start her day. The sun will be up soon. Door's locked, of course. You knock, she answers, and what the hell happened to y'all? Come on, get in here, and looks around outside because she knows typically you're up to no good. Ushers you in quickly.
Well, I'd like to just point out that no good finds us, and that we're not up to it all the time.
So ushers you back to the kitchen. Kursk, you're starting to like feel very sick to your stomach.
Then the smell of bacon hits you.
Yep. You usually love that pork, but it's making your stomach roll now.
Do I get my key points back at the start of the day?
Yeah, well, after
haven't
you
slept.
rest, you haven't. It's not like, oh, hey, it's 6 a.m. Guess my points are back.
Ding!
And we'll call it there for y'all. But before we go, and I wish Proximo hadn't bailed yet. Y'all fall asleep. You get a little bit of food in you. Y'all fall asleep. When you wake up, we'll pick up and y'all do whatever you wanted to talk to her or anything. We'll backtrack on there. But there's no levels going to be handed out. There were no magic items handed out. But I feel it's kind of a reward for some of the stuff you've been doing. Fang, during combats and tough situations, you zoom about the battlefield, doing everything you can, using your agility and your momentum, and your body. You don't realize, but you've been training your body for this, and you now get the mobility feat.
Hey, I have hella speed. Did I just drag that onto the sheet?
Yeah, the second one
Or-
I meant to. Where's his feat mobility? You can put that under the feats. There should be a spot there.
Oh my god.
Ori, through all the natural things that you pick, like these mushrooms in different molds, and then you're here in the kitchen again, and you help with breakfast. You help Delilah with some of that. You're good at mixing and balancing things out and getting it just right. So, oh, I'm sorry. I changed something on yours because of what you were doing earlier, especially in the doctor's office. You now get the healer feat, so you can heal people with bandages.
Band-Aids.
You can now roll to recover. That's just being in there kind of helps solidify some of the things you'd already kind of picked up, and like, oh, that's why he's got these herbs and these things here, and I can clean with this. So that unlocks that.
Now I just need a healer's kit, y'all.
Yep, Fang has one. I'll even say that you, while you were in there, you just scooped a bunch of his shit into your bag. So you got a, we'll say, a full healer's
got
kit.
it.
Sorry, the way I led into that. At first, I was gonna, because I was trying to think of something that fit better, and I was gonna give you like chef, but I'm like, there hadn't been a whole lot of that you're doing other than cooking with her, and not everybody's like, oh, here's a combat feat, here's a combat feat, here's a combat feat, and then when you're like, I'm trying to bandage up Curse or Proxima, I'm like, oh fuck yeah, that's what I was looking for. So thanks, that helped there.
Do I have proficiency with the kit?
Yeah. L. Through you've been so good with your words. Your playing's other than that last performance, but yet the soliloquy you gave and the heartiness of it and just the passion of it really kind of solidified that you could be an inspiring leader.
Okay.
So you get that feat.
I love that feat.
He says while unconscious.
Our range and our upfront people. Leora, you are always, you stand there and you line up your shot. You make sure you can get it every time because you know it counts. And you've unlocked Sharpshooter.
Ooh.
So you know where to hit, where to make it hurt. Curse, similarly, you've come a long ways. You're training where you whiff as much, if not more, than you can connect with the enemy. But recently, you've come into your own, and you've really started hammering these guys. But you hit, but you just don't really get that damage in there. But when you do, it's for mass damage with those criticals.
You're getting even brutal.
No, but you've really started to master that great weapon of yours. So maybe if you back off, you've gotten to where you can connect now. You know how to connect well. Maybe if you back that off a little bit, you can kind of put more into the force of the blow. And then when you do hit with one of those criticals, you know how to just follow through if somebody's standing there. You get great weapons master. And I think I got everybody here, didn't I? Except Proximo?
Yeah.
And I wish
But you're giving toughness clearly, right?
No. This
Aw.
this helps solidify. No, this, while that would work, his hatred of magic so much, and that last combat with Grishnak, in a clutch moment when this man had summoned and almost filled a quarter of the room with these biting, stinging insects that surely would have killed him and Leora had they lasted much longer. He managed to connect his weapon with this man, knocking him senseless. He is now Mage Slayer.
Yes,
Oh,
that
that's
fits so
awesome.
well.
That's hilarious.
Slightly more intimidating.
So everybody gets a feat instead of since there was no magic or other even monetary goodies for this, and all of y'all have really been like, staying in your lane, doing those things. It's just that training is kind of really come to fruition. I just wish
Nice.
Proximo had been here for this, but he'll know.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
And
Well, hey, we got a little grimmer and darker for you.
We did.
yeah, so
We're getting grimmer and darker.
at least for a few people, that one affected L pretty good.
Yeah, I'm gonna think that this is gonna actually change L a lot. I think that this might be a good turning point for.
Being
Well, I
knocked
say
unconscious will do
good.
that.
I mean, this is a good character, like a character arc for him. Just internally, he's gonna change as a character.
The way you were playing that, I'm like, man, I was thinking, like, is this going to be where like this character actually ends his journey with this group? Because that could be one of those deals. Honestly, it could be like, cool, hey, no one's playing tonight. Nick, what are you doing? It's a Monday night, and I do anything. Oh, cool. Well, what's L doing in the city? We'll do a one-on-one type thing, and you continue your hunt.
I was really honestly thinking, like, I don't know. I'm still kind of torn about it because I honestly really think, like, okay, L kind of to me feels like he wants to end this guy really badly, to the point where he would basically give up everything else and focus solely on finding this man and killing him. He doesn't really have anybody else in his life. He's got his friends that he's been traveling with for a while, but again, it's only been a few months. They want to leave the country. He was already shooken up by Little Mouse, but ultimately, as bad as that was, he viewed it as, there was an assassin sent to kill Fang, and the assassin got to Little Mouse. So it's like, it's out of his control. It's something that unfortunately was going to happen regardless of what L did. But in this particular case, this is where I feel like L kind of breaks a little bit, because we had the chance and we failed to kill this guy. We allowed him to escape. And then rather than pursuing him, I know where he lives. I really think he's going here, and deciding, you know what, okay, we're gonna go get the team, and then we're gonna go, and then having that whole fiasco happen where then we went to his shop, and then the guards show up and delayed them, and basically like this whole series of events that all led up to them not getting there in time. L essentially blames himself for all of it.
Oh, I totally see that. I
And
see why the
he,
character. It's not the character's fault,
Yeah.
but I completely see where that blame, if someone would do that. I know people are about to pass out, so we'll thank everybody for watching and hanging out with us. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Hope everybody had a good time, and we'll catch y'all. I don't, Brandon. We're kind of like at a stopping point, except for y'all getting on the boat. Do you want to take back over, or are you like, oh shit, no, not yet?
Yeah. I'm at this moment. I'm in that. Oh shit.
Okay, that's
I
cool.
didn't
So
expect
then
that.
we'll pick up here next week with people wrapping up Pissport and maybe getting on a boat, maybe not. Thanks for
Listen,
watching.
if we don't get on the boat by next time, we have some serious problems.
Yeah, well, maybe L
I mean,
stays. Maybe Leora's like, I'm not getting in the water. Who knows? But we'll find out next week. Thanks for watching, folks. Have a good night.
Yeah.
Good night,
Good night,
everyone.
everyone. Good night.